See, chat, this is what I'm talking about. See, chat, this is what I'm talking about. See, chat, this is what I'm talking about.
Live for 12 minutes.
Chat, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, we've been live for 12 minutes, and nobody mentioned there was no audio. Yeah, we've been live for 12 minutes, and nobody mentioned there was no audio. Well, at least we know yours working this week.
Yeah, you can actually hear me. But,
okay. All right, kill that.
At least we know. Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, kill that. Kill that before we get a feedback loop.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Fox. All right, so I guess we'll start again. Well, that's a bunch of editing I've got to do at the start of this now. I'm just going to clip the first 15 minutes, roughly.
Other seat.
Yeah, you know what? That'll give me a good cut-off point, I guess.
Yeah.
So... Three, two, one, kick it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when or where you're watching this from. Welcome to episode 152 of the Code Crown podcast. We are looking into episode 21 of Digimon Ghost Game, which we have watched ahead of time, just to give you guys a bit of a heads up on that. With all the hubbub around Twitter about the episode. All the spoilers, which, look, I'm not one of those people. Yeah. Oh, don't spoil it for me, because I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
It's out in the ether. People are going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't bother me. What bothered me was I saw something and I was like, I have to watch it now.
Yeah, you know, it's more that...
I gotta do it. I can't wait.
Yeah, so, like, we're delayed this week because I was away. A friend of ours is getting married, and I went to his party to commiserate the upcoming event. And, you know, there was go-karting, there was paintball, there was lots of food, there was lots of drink, and by God, there was a lot of traveling involved. So yesterday, I was just too exhausted, hungover, to do the live stream. So we've pushed it out to this week. This coming Sunday, however... By the way, my name's AJ and I'm joined by Meg, so welcome to the Code Crown podcast. So this coming Sunday, there is no episode. So what we've decided to do is we're finally going to introduce Meg to X Evolution. For better or worse. I don't remember it being good, but who knows? 20 years later, I might have a different feeling on it, just because of how the franchise has changed and evolved, and how my feelings evolved, and just how my feelings have, you know, changed on certain things over time. Maybe I'll end up liking it as well. But the funny thing is, we're both here this coming Sunday. Next Sunday, so the Sunday of, what date will that be? The 20th. Meg is going to be away that weekend, so we're probably going to end up doing the podcast on the 21st. So we did say the next time there was a hiatus, we'd do the X Evolution watch along. And maybe at some point during the week, we'll try and fit in our rewatch of 11 through 20 and see if we feel any different about the episodes, or if any scores need to be readjusted. And
anything. Like that we thought before.
Yeah.
If there is anything to talk about, that can be like the intro to the show next week before we get in.
Yeah. So one thing I was saying was, even though I went go-karting, for better or worse, kind of sadly, Sistermon CL did not hijack the race. And Meg, do you want to?
I was going to Pantomime, so die.
Coward. I'd race a metal Phantomon.
Leave the rest of this tag. Get obliterated.
Yeah, you know, that's, you know, they didn't come prepared.
You know what's happening, and they're just getting chased by the Grim Reaper. You're just like, screw you guys.
I just put the pedal to the metal down and be like, I am the fastest and the strongest. Ah! But You know, but however, I did get a few packets of the new booster, Next Evolution, uh, for my journey home. And who should I get out of the first pack of the bunch but Sister Monsiel Awakened mode? So I consider that a victory, because the weekend I went go-karting, Sister Monsiel got involved in some form. So, couldn't have planned that better if I tried. I also did manage to snag a Harrismon from the packs. And, with Rearise going away, this is a nice momentum to have. Memento. Not momentum. No, not momentum. Memento. Also, Desmond. Thank you. No. Momentai. Momentai.
Mommy man.
Welcome
Hi,
to the chat, Desmond. Thank you for joining in.
If you notice any audio problems, please let us know.
I was just about to say, so chat, very important. I'm going to set you a task this week. So I'm going to set you guys a task this week, and it's probably the only thing I will ask of you, because the last time I gave you guys homework, well, you're all bad students. Anyway, so while I was editing last week's episode to put in the timestamps and things, I noticed that the audio was kind of scuffed. The background music was louder than Meg and I was, and poor Meg's audio just died every couple of seconds. She was tuning in and out. And so that happens this week. Now, we've changed the positioning of the microphone and changed the microphone setting to a more surround sound kind of pickup.
Hopefully you can hear me properly.
Yeah, so hopefully Meg gets picked up properly this week. But if there is any scuffing, or maybe the background audio just needs to be peaked up a bit higher, just let me know so I can make those adjustments.
Let me be heard.
Yeah, let Meg be heard, but also
I'm quiet enough without the mic not picking me up.
Yeah, that's true. So I felt kind of bad. So if you guys could just let us know over the course of the show, that'd be fantastic. Now, speaking of homework, the week I asked you guys for your scores, like for your best and worst episodes, Yami actually sent me over a list of every episode up to that point. So I may use that as I may just use that as part of our own compare and contrast when we get into that part of it.
Yeah.
Where is the chat? Is Arachnemon covering the chat? She probably is. Let me drag. No, I put her in as Mon of the Week too. So yeah, I'll just stick her there. Yeah, there we go. So
Good comment.
Same, but at least the chat can see themselves on screen. So yeah, so Yami sent over a full score list and a ranking set. So I don't know if I'm going to add them into our spreadsheet or just run through them, but we'll do that this week.
It'd be fun to have it open together, just so you can see the difference.
Maybe, yeah. I'll see what I can do there.
Maybe we could do that.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll work today out as we go. So this is the way this week is going to work out. We're going to do the watch along as normal. Even though we've already seen the episode. We couldn't not after just the hubbub about the episode that we'd seen on social media. We just sort of had to watch it.
Artwork and screenshots. I was like, I need to watch it.
Yeah.
There's no way I wasn't watching it.
No, and look, once we saw the spoilers, again, I said, I'm not the kind of person who's like, oh, how dare people talk about this episode I haven't seen yet. Once it's out in the public consciousness, I can't control people yet. So, people are going to talk and I wouldn't dare tell them not to. I mean, I just think that's entitled. I see that enough on my Twitter feed. how dare these people talk about a thing I haven't seen yet?
Yeah, like for maybe one or two things, I'd be like, okay, like with Spider-Man,
Yeah,
because there was a lot in that, the surprises. You
yeah,
don't get a lot of surprises.
yeah. Because the internet, everything's on the internet in 5 minutes anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
So things like that, I'm kind of like, people say like, don't talk about the movie for a week, and don't
Yeah.
talk about or don't talk about a movie for a month, or don't talk about shows for a couple of days or something
Yeah.
like that. No. Okay, but if people talk about it, people talk about it, and there's nothing you can do about that.
No, and I think the culture is changing around that as well. But it is what it is. So people are going to talk about it. That's fine. All it did was ramp our excitement up of, no, we need to sort of watch this now. So even though we were both completely exhausted from the weekend previous, because Meg had some stuff going on of her own, we sat down and thoroughly enjoyed the episode. So what we're hoping to get out of this is just maybe background pieces that we didn't pick up on last night, or just looking at the episode in a different context with the information that we have from the episode itself. So,
because there's no surprises, focus on what's happening.
Yeah.
Instead of going, getting everything before it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we'll do that, and then we'll do our comments. We have comments from the Digimon Con live stream and last week's episode. And after that, then we'll do
we'll do the ranking
episode, then ranking, maybe compare with Yami's, and then we'll do the comments. We have spoilers for episodes 22 through 24, so we're going to go through those. I will, of course, be putting up the spoiler warning tag once we get to that point, and I'll add a timestamp down below. So for people who don't want to be spoiled on things, they can avoid that. And for the purposes of this week, I have not written in the upcoming episodes in advance. I cannot promise you won't see them next week. I'm just putting that out there now. Or, well, you won't, because we'll be talking about X Evolution next week.
Yeah.
But the following week, I can't promise you won't see it the following week. So, yeah. So,
that didn't even come up here.
But otherwise, chat, we hope you're having a great Monday. I hope you had a good weekend.
Sorry, 2 in a row.
2 bots in a row is a bit like...
Yeah, Jacksepticeye put out a video talking about the amount of bots that are in his comments lately.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't feel like he can interact with his comments. He gets a lot of comments anyway.
Yeah.
But then he'll see someone say something, then he'll go into their comments, and there'll just be the same thing copy-pasted over and over again from the same account. It's all these bots. Then there's bots in there going, oh, I hate Jacksepticeye, he sucks. Then people are replying to that, bumping that up to the top, and any actual legit comments are getting knocked down, and he just can't filter anything.
Yeah, no,
YouTube has a huge problem with bots lately.
It does. And welcome, Androias. They made Arukenimon hotter and smarter than her 02 counterpart. Yeah, she got one hell of a yassification. Like from 02 to 2020, or geez, God.
2020.
From 02 to Ghost Game, she got a hell of a yassification. She really did. So I'm gonna.
She'd be a fun cosplay, actually.
I've seen people do it.
I could just hide in a coat.
I've seen people do it. But then there was also that thing from Jump Fiesta back in 2004.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, 2004, and it's just like I don't know if it's a cosplay or a stage production thing, but there's this giant Arachnimon puppet, or someone in a puppet costume or something.
Oh, it was definitely a puppet because it had a big hand going.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was surrounded by all these Lady Devimon cosplayers, and then they were fighting an Angemon and an Angelwoman cosplayer, and I'm just like, But
it was quite interesting.
Yeah, but no, but I have seen Arachnimon and Mummymon cosplay over the years, and I think it's great. We just need Mummymon to get his human form now, and it'll just be it'll be good. It'll be the throwbackiest of throwbacks. I feel Digimon Ghost Game's starting to live up to its horror-themed Digimon show. Yeah, I mean, it has been from the start.
It has had a lot of good, scary episodes. Like, obviously, we have to take into account that it's people of a younger age, so it doesn't go as far as we want, but some of it has been...
Oh, particularly in this episode. Like, some of the violence in this episode is like...
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually scared.
The shadow people back in the other episode, they were really scared. And Clockmon was really...
Oh yeah, Clockmon was like that scream in the first episode. That girl getting attacked by Clockmon. Oh, that's still haunting. Like go back and watch that. I go back and watch that episode, and it's just like, oh. Yeah. But Giga Alan, you're very welcome to the chat as well. Thank you for being here. Alien? Oh, okay. Well, Giga Alien. Fair.
Oh yeah, I see the dot over the eye.
Ah, okay, cool. Cool. Well, thank you for being here anyway.
Thank you. Brain is good.
Or spiders. Itsy bitsy spider eating your brain. I didn't really know where I was going with the rest of that, but you know, it was that or I referenced the Jonathan Colton song, Your Brains, which is a really fun song. And a very meta take on office and retail work, and the zombification of people through that.
Just trying to think of for Tai Chi.
Oh yeah, that meme we seen.
That meme, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a way to make it rhyme, but.
All right, so we'll so I'm gonna load up the episode. We'll get the watch part of it started. This episode's deaths actually graduated the show from its Goosebumps type horror. But that's what we've said before. When death happens in this show, it's significant.
It's not just kill everything every week.
And so when
something is violently killed, then it doesn't affect you as much.
No,
because you all the time, but this time it's really.
But in this show, it really stands out because they don't do it, so often. You know, it really stands out and makes you pay attention to it. Okay.
That's enough. Rebel. Let's see if I can actually. I'm weak at getting. I don't want to put it on the table and get. There we go.
There you go. Bravo. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Here we go. Digimon Ghost Game, Season 1, Episode 21. We are watching on the Crunchyroll app as always, so feel free to join us on that. And Toei Animation Cat, that's your lineup.
I thought it was picking it up. Good.
I wonder if the humans are going to backlash against Digimons with all the human deaths. Hard to say right now, but that'd be an interesting take.
That's a good point. This is the first time we've heard anything about Hero's mom since episode 1.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, she just doesn't exist.
No. Yeah, and apparently she knows about Gammamon. Do you think?
Yeah,
because he didn't deny that he told her that, or that didn't set off a flag. So did he just tell, hey mom, dad's trapped in some alternate reality. He sent me a Gamamon, which is meant to be my brother now. Like, and did she just go, oh, that's nice, honey.
Dad brought me home a new brother. What?
Yeah, right?
Dad sent me a baby in the post.
It was delivered by a cat in a hoodie.
So much for the stork.
Yeah. Oh no.
I would help, but I...
No, that's fine. Oh.
The way he said that, the robot, like they just spawned out of thin air.
Yeah,
because he thought about them. He
just
phrased
went,
that really strange.
Whoa, robots.
Her face was terrifying.
Yeah.
Just in the dark on its own.
Well, it's this bit. Oh no, not yet. Oh,
that reminds me of Clockmon's
yeah.
stitched up mouth or whatever.
Oh, and there it is. The crunch and the squelch and just the...
Wait, right?
And the swallowing noises. Oh, I was just like, that's getting censored in the dub.
Hey, Yami. It throws cream egg.
Thanks.
We are late by a whole day.
Yeah, we're late by a whole day. What do you mean? And there she is. She really is.
Purple guy.
At the non-profit organization. Like, it doesn't even have a name in show. It's just the organization.
I want to know who she ate. I don't think she ate.
Yeah, but it never does go into how she knows. It is a Heracross. Half an hour to go back and catch up on later. Not quite.
Not quite. I think she ate someone because she says later on that she siphons the information out of people's brains, basically, from eating them. The best way to... Ooh, that was loud. The best way to get the information is to eat their brains. So I guess she ate someone who knew that person? She could have possibly eaten the friend.
But it's this line here where she says, Miss Amanakawa told me about Gamamon. Why does that not trigger any red flags?
Well, he's kind of like,
Did I tell Mom about that?
It would make sense, because the thing she's going to now, that she's bringing him to, the bug exhibition or whatever, it's in the building. The same building as the... Like, she didn't set this up herself.
No.
Isn't there a Red Dwarf episode?
Also, the other thing I don't get about this episode is Arachnemon's human form so good that it blocks out the idea, it blocks Angoramon from picking up on she's a Digimon?
Yeah.
Because there's been other situations where something minute has happened and either Jellymon or Angoramon has gone, it's a Digimon, I can sense it. You know, but this, no flags.
Yeah, like... I could see, obviously, Gamamon being baby.
I wouldn't know any better. Yeah.
Jellymon, I could see getting a little distracted by how fashionable.
Yeah, that doesn't
Maybe.
come up. That doesn't come up though.
I know, but I could see it being a thing. And that, and the fact that they all seem to know her. Maybe that's not true, anything, but I feel like they should really sense it. Talisman. Yeah, and they really don't question that.
No. Her outfit's also slightly different from the 02 human form as well. Which is, which isn't like a nitpick or anything. It's just an observation. Like that this is a redesigned human Arachnamon. Yeah.
Every time you say Arachnamon, my brain goes, nope, that's not how you spell that.
No, it's not. Because it's spelled like Arachnamon or whatever, but...
Arachnamon. An arachnid. Arachnid.
Yeah. It's barely a disguise when it comes to Felismon. He was just wearing human clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't even disguising his face, was he?
No. His stupid head tattoo. What's worse, Felismon's big 666 tattoo or Cody Rhodes' neck tattoo?
The neck tattoo. Every time. At least you can grow out your hair to cover the Yeah, there we go. That's the most effective way to find it.
Yeah. It better have some long-term payoff if Mon are starting to be able to hide in convincing human disguises. I'm a scientist. I'm something of a scientist myself.
Kind of looks like a clown in that.
Oh yeah, before like the red mask takes over and she's just got like the black lines. Yeah. It's very much like clown eye cross makeup.
Yeah.
Even her spider form got a yassification.
Archnum.
Yeah. But it's pronounced Arukenimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of these times where I feel like the dub version is just the better name.
What are these guys called?
Dokugumon. And in lore, she births them. Yeah, could you imagine if they went? Can you imagine if they went that gross with it and her abdomen opened up and they start coming out?
No.
Yeah, that would have been one for the lore enthusiasts.
Yeah, that would have got caught because of the children.
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't do it.
So to be fair, if SpongeBob can have, look when her head shakes.
No, but she's very puppet-like.
If SpongeBob can have the Flying Dutchman turn into a baby, and then a clown, and then stick out its tongue and have a lot of spiders crawl out of its mouth, then she can birth some spiders because she is a spider.
I love that. That's what you get for escaping. I love that Kyotaro just tried to save himself, and it just backfires immensely.
How did they not hit that on the way down?
Arachnamon is simply too good. She's perfect level, right? And she eats brains. Yeah. Aside from Arachnamon, Sistermon can blend in well with the humans. People would just think of her as a cosplayer. Yeah. All three of the Sistermon would just be cosplayers if they were walking down Akihabara. Yeah, that's good music. Although this Arachnamon's is just haunting. It's very just, I don't know. is it like puppet like, or there's just
Mm.
something. It's just unsettling. I love that his attack is called Jive and he just does Chun-Li kicks.
Hey, Juggernaut.
Hey, Juggernaut, thanks for joining in.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, even like with her head cocked back.
She did that and her head was doing the shake thing.
Yeah,
No.
like the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't no.
He blind.
Oh yeah. Kyoshiro's off-screen screams are always just the best. So, fun fact, the person voicing Arachnemon in this episode is the same lady who voiced her back in 02, Yamazaki Wakana. So it's good to see her come back after nearly 22 years from doing the original show, or well, the second original show, I guess.
Giggling.
Oh yeah, where he's just
stretched out on the pillow.
Slumped over. Yeah.
But his head is slightly too long, so it looks weird.
It's a mood.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk me on Antanamakun's head. Ugh. There's just 2 decapitated bodies amongst all of that.
Probably more.
Probably, but at least 2. And that's kind of haunting that Hero is just around these dead bodies right now.
Yeah.
This poor child. And his weird scuffed ear.
Mm-hmm.
In the dessert room.
Deep, tiny hallway?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, the hallway genuinely expands in this scene. Very large. Like it doubled in size at least.
It does. Back is the icing on the cake. Very good. Is he like pulling his hair?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting design. But there's just all the Dokugumon are just like this.
Don't eat my brain. Yeah, see, that's never made clear.
Yeah.
Because that's why I was thinking maybe someone that she ate knew
Who Sonia was.
Knew who Sonia was and that she was coming and she just took her place.
Yeah, or she did research into her. Maybe she was studying Hero and found out. Because, like, if Sonia actually worked at the organization, it doesn't have a name. Yeah, maybe she just intercepted an email or something and went, right, that's my in.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible for me. I love when Kyo gets to show off. She's so happy. To bring the roof down.
I can't wait to eat that brain.
She's literally salivating. Like she's like, oh, nom nom.
Simpson, I can't wait to eat that monkey. I love that. They go get him the monkey butler.
Yeah. Oh. Ah, wow! They just like straight up horror movie appeared on them. Never thought the Jessie Digimon could be so threatening. Different universe, different rules.
You had another scream there.
Yeah.
Hold on to my back hooks. Still can't get over that.
If Sonia is among the missing, among the dead, wouldn't it suggest Arachnemon traveled over to Japan? One messy flight there? Ugh. Yeah, oh, like, do you think maybe intercepted Sonia in the other country and then what, just took her passport? And went, yeah, I'm her now. One thing I do appreciate about this scene where everyone's upside down, you see how skinny Angoramon actually is, because he's just fluff.
Yeah, and all the fluff is sticking out.
Yeah. The James Digimon is a striving doctor. Like, I suppose, to be fair, even without the spoilers, we probably should have seen this coming. Because it's complete hopelessness. And Hero is pissed. Look at that face on him. But, like, with all, like, this, like, 3D effect thing going on,
Yeah.
something is just wrong. Bang!
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. There's the Master's theme again.
Luce was just in there awake, waiting.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's what I think, anyway.
I don't like you. Oh.
His unicorn horn.
Yeah, well, he is just evil Betelgamamon, right? Like, I really thought he was just going to rip her throat out here.
Yeah.
But no,
That would've been
attacking
too
her from
easy.
the inside. Like, not a new concept. We've seen a lot of it in 2020. Like, Metal Greymon's Alteris railgun arm blade thing did this a number of times, but just the impact of that punch down the throat.
Yeah, that was so.
Yeah.
He was very pleased.
Yeah.
Be there when you're mad, like the Hulk.
I love him just floating there like, stop. Time yet. See ya. So yeah, I agree with you. I think he's alive in there. He's just always watching and waiting. And then we have Black Galgomon watching on. So we had a Black Agumon watching the last time. Now a Black Galgomon. And we did have that episode with the Dark Flare Lizamon and the Sabretron. It can't about Blacktailmon. It can't be coincidence. That all has to mean something. Oh, and now we get the text.
Yeah.
No, everyone's reaction there is meant to be comedic, which
Yeah.
would suggest to me that Sonia is still on her way. Not, oh, well, that's an awkward conversation to have.
Yeah, because Hero was kind of really relieved. And I couldn't really tell what emotion was coming from Rory. Like, I know.
Oh, Rory was just, oh, God. It's just apathy, I think, at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Simbar, yeah. Queen.
Oh, that.
Yeah, the Jellymon dancing gif is pretty good.
Do with that one as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have to. Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't work as an emote, but I just want that as a gift.
I'll see what I can do for you.
It's two frames. I think I can make that work.
Yeah, but it's the text. What I would want is when this starts hitting Blu-ray and DVD, that when you get the textless versions, make it from that. All right, so next week then, what kind of dream will you have tonight? Perhaps a monster. Oh, Okyo's drowning. Who's that? Who's she leading away? What? Are the bandages coming off? Next time, nightmare. I think we better leave that guessing for the spoiler section. Well, okay, so rewatching it, it's still a great episode.
Yeah.
From top to bottom. I think it's on par.
Freddy Kruegermon.
I actually think it's on par with episode 1. I don't know if it's better than Executioner, but I definitely think it's episode 1 tier.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. Like the Sonya stuff. Or
No.
like there's, like Yami said, there's that has so many, but there's
Actually rather annoying that we'll likely never get any proper answers. Well, I think the end of the episode was meant to be your answer. Because of how comedic that text message was played off, rather than rather
tell mom her friend is dead.
Yeah, rather than the Homer Simpson, it's played off very comedically. So I think that just indicates that Sonia's not dead and Arachnemon intercepted an email or something.
I like.
Yeah,
had all the information.
Yeah, someone else maybe knew. Maybe she was working for the organization or something. Miyuki Sawashiro voicing Gulas is just a chef's kiss. She's a superstar Seiyu. Yeah, the voice actors, the voice cast in this show overall has been very good picks and choices. I know when we went through the initial cast, I know when we talked about that initially, the Jellymon one I wasn't 100% sold on, but I've been proven wrong like 1,000 times over. That doesn't indicate her.
I know, but she's the cute one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can't remember. But she's cute.
Pervert. Anyway, the Mordred. Yes, Mordred. But yeah, it's so I want to know what the deal is with the Black Agumon and the Black Galgomon. So, and here's another question. Yami put this question to me earlier, and I think it's an interesting question, but I don't think we have enough information to go off yet. At the end there, was Gulus Gamamon talking to Hero or Black Galgomon?
That's a
Mm.
good question.
So
They didn't see him. They would just assume he was
talking
to
to
them.
Hero, yeah. But is that why he was still cast in shadow? Like, does Gulus Gamamon have an organization of dark Digimon? Or is there an organization of dark Digimon out studying Gulus Gamamon?
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder as well. Like, when Hero's asleep, Gulus
Yeah.
get up.
Oh,
Because Jellymon gets up and just
does her own
goes off
thing.
and
Spends Kyoshiro's money.
yeah. She has like her own little. What was she doing for someone? When she was shopping and she got killed.
Oh, she was like kimono shopping.
No, she was trying to get something for someone.
A kimono, yeah.
Yeah, but it was like part of a little business she had. She was acquiring items for.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. For the Digimon, yeah.
So
Floramon, or was it wanted to wear a kimono or something?
something like that, yeah. So it makes me wonder. Like, if he is awakened there and aware of everything.
Do you think maybe he has his own little group, like Angoramon's little club thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because they haven't shown it, does it?
No, true. That could be something we find popping up. The dark version of past Digimon are our Dark Masters. That's an interesting one. Although this doesn't disregard the D Brigade theory, because Black Galgamon can evolve into Assaultmon, who is part of the D Brigade, so it doesn't quite undo that theory. They might not be going with D Brigade like we initially thought with the Sealsdramon episode, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, because he was just that guy watching him there. He's like their mission or something.
Yeah.
We were saying before, we don't know what happened. Came along.
Exactly, yeah.
And we still don't know anything about Amamon before that. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Lots of theories.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm like super happy with the episode. Arachnimon was a proper femme fatale.
Yeah.
Like she was beautiful and deadly and just creepy and calculating. And like one thing I did like was like despite her bloodlust or her brain lust, I suppose. She was very calculated about like she was and maybe this was done on purpose. She really was an antithesis to Mummymon. Because Mummymon was wrapping people up because he thought he was learning about medicine and wanted to help people. But she was wrapping people up and eating them to absorb their knowledge and learn more that way. And she was she had a very just a very
he thought he was helping people and learning. She was learning, but
but bleak wasn't the word I was looking for. The thesaurus is still over there. I need to bring that back over here. But hers, and archaic isn't the right word either, but her way of learning and her treatment of people is such a juxtaposition to Mummimon's whole deal that I can't help but feel that was done purposely because Mummymon and Arachnimon are so interlinked because of the way the franchise has treated them before. So I can't help but feel that was done intentionally. But she was calculating in her wanting to learn, this whole thing about her trying to find a better evolution. Maybe she knows what she's going to evolve into next and sort of going, no, I don't want that one. Let's go for a better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so she said something like that, like she could find a more powerful evolution.
Yeah.
Didn't she? Whatever she evolves into next.
Or would have. I mean, she's dead now.
Yeah.
And also, can I just say, I really love the irony of her death. because in this, like in Ghost Game, she dies from overeating, where in 02 she died by being the one to get eaten. I love the irony in that. I really do. And that is completely done on purpose. Completely done on purpose. Yeah, like there's no way that was just a happy coincidence. It may have been somewhat related to what Gamamon used to be in the past, possibly. What if the black Digimon or the black or yeah, I suppose their names would just be Black Agumon, Black Galgamon, or except in Garurumon's case where it's Garurumon and then black is in brackets.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm just like, But what if the Black Mons are the good guys? Entirely possible. Like, we don't know enough yet, but
they're gonna have to put in
yeah. Well, she is like it, and she almost said the line.
Yeah,
you know.
I wish they could have said it, but it's too.
Oh, it's too memey and too it's too related.
Nearly copyrighted.
Yeah, you know, but like she like. But I just love it. Like, oh, I'm a scientist.
Could you?
Yeah, of course. Me. A second here. Yeah. So overall, like, This episode was creepy. It did some more building on the plot. Gulus just still, I just look at Gulus Gamamon and I just internally I'm just like I don't like you. I really don't. Phrasing.
I have to say that when the mic actually works.
Yeah. We're meant to be a say so podcast. Oh well.
Told me.
Anyway, so audio issue
problem?
What's happening? The conclusion
Is
from
it
this.
just that I'm talking?
Maybe. Was there a scuff or hire it up and see if there's an issue?
I'm not being heard.
Is Meg not being picked up? Oh, wow. Okay, you're fading in and out again. That's weird.
Mike is right there.
Wow. Okay, you're fading in and out. Yeah, and I'm... Okay, there's something with the balancing. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. Hey, Reiko.
Hey, Reiko.
Yeah, we've actually just finished the episode.
Yeah, but we watched it.
Okay, let me see here. Where's the microphone?
Right. Says the audio is fine now.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was just a glitch in the matrix then.
Yeah.
Might have had something to do with switching the camera on and off.
Oh, maybe. Did I get switched to my
Camera audio?
camera audio?
That's what I'm just checking here. But the main mic is like right here. It should still be picking you up, but camera no, there's no audio streams going off the.
I does.
You caught the grading at least. Okay. Cool.
So I guess.
Yeah, I guess
ranking
we'll
then,
move
yeah.
on to the rankings then. And I did mention we'll talk. Yami sent me on some rankings. I figure we'll go through that. We won't spend too much time on it. We'll just kind of flit through, and then we'll move on to our comments, and then we're doing spoilers. So
I just noticed that.
you're not being picked up.
Not being picked up again?
You need to talk at the mic.
At the mic. So I'll move over a bit.
Yeah.
Because when I talk at the mic, I'm not looking.
Yeah, well. Yeah, there you go. No?
Too far. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the wallpaper. The round things.
Oh, what? Oh, it is the round things. What are the round things?
Spoilers? No spoilers. No,
not yet. Not until after the comments. We'll do the comments from last week because we have Digimon Con to go through, and we have last week's episode. So once we get that out of the way, then we'll move on to spoilers for episodes 22 through 24. So
now just
just ranking for now. So let's where is the old display capture? Oh, and here we are. So there it is. Okay. Well, I'll go first this week.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Maybe. Well, I'm gonna give it a 5 anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And for favorite character, I'm torn. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Arukenimon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, Gulus was awesome in this episode, but Arukenimon just had so much more screen time.
Yeah,
she
a lot of screen
ate
time.
the furniture.
Yeah, she was great, and I enjoyed her death more than him killing her.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. And I'm just gonna put her Western name in,
because it makes more sense.
That's how it's pronounced, even though
Archmon.
Arkney,
Yeah.
Arkneymon.
Archne.
Yeah. So
I know it's Arc, but now you're typing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yeah, like it's missing the A there.
Yeah.
That's what it is. If it was Arachnemon.
And the fact that it's said like that.
Yeah.
It indicates that it is Arachne.
Yeah.
Arachne is Arachne.
Oh yeah, it's yeah.
So yeah.
Like I'll just.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So then we come to ranking where it sits. And we have to just remember to make our adjustment. We remembered where Meg made her adjustment. It was on the Cursed song. It actually dropped a point. Well, so did my adjustment, but it actually dropped half a point.
I really disliked it on the rewatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to figure out now where this 5 fits in with the 5s.
Yeah. So I think it's better than Mystery of the Museum. It's better than Prison of Fire. It's better than Nightly Procession of Monsters. I want to rank it up here with Mouth Stitch Man. I think it is that level of episode. Stitch Mouth Man. Sorry.
Yeah, I do think it was better than.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, then again, that's the Fellismon episode, and that's pretty good.
I loved him. There were 2 very intelligent films.
Yeah, no, yeah, and that's what really makes this episode stand out. Is like it's
spiders.
Yeah, it's like
lots of spiders.
Like it's not like Frozomon, who oh no, you're hurting our friend, and in like the last 20 seconds of the episode, or Zasomon, who just goes, oh sorry, my bad.
Do you think had she gone to eat Shiro or Kyoshiro first,
Gulus pop up?
would
No.
Gulus still have popped up?
No, I don't think so.
So she could have ate all of them and gone for him.
Yeah. No, I really don't think Gulus would have showed up, it was only because Gamamon was in danger.
Mm.
Now, I could be wrong on that. It could have been linked to Hero's just absolute despair, to borrow a Danganronpa.
Yeah.
But I think it was more so, my vessel is in danger. No, you don't. So...
Rosamon episode is the most nonsensical, if not for the partner swapping that was a major dud. It started
Yeah.
off so well.
Yeah, and I agree with that. If not for the whole thing of Ruri being able to use Jellymon's commands, that episode is awful. Like the only reason I think I have it up as high, we have it as high as we do, is for that segment of Ruri and Jellymon working together.
Yeah, I think that's what built it up to a 3.
Yeah.
Whereas everything else away from it.
Yeah. Maybe on a rewatch I'll feel differently and adjust it, but for the moment, yeah.
We did enjoy warming herself up while I was dying.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just keeping myself warm with my static electricity. Can I share it with you? No, it would kill you. Sorry.
That
Okay.
was very good, and then phone.
Oh yeah.
And I enjoyed that.
Yeah, there's a lot of good points in the episode, but it's just those last 20 seconds ruin it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Hurricane.
Then
But Fellasmon.
Fellasmon was charismatic as fuck, though.
He was, but then we had her in human form as well, being all calculating.
Yeah.
She was certainly pretty.
Okay.
And then she was terrifying.
So I
started out terrifying.
Right. Well, I went first with the scoring, so I'll ask you to go first on this one. Do you think it's a better episode than episode 1? Okay. Do you think it's better than 15?
Right now, I'm saying
Okay.
a rewatch of
Might.
that might
change
that.
it. Okay.
But right now, yeah, I think I. Also, she was killed, and that was like Fellasmon just flew away and went, "See you later."
Yeah, but Fellasmon also went, "I dare you to come and stop me."
Yeah, no, it wasn't like a Yadagaramon, but
Yeah.
they didn't defeat him, and I like the Gula.
Okay. So then...
And yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Because when Gulus isn't on screen, we're always asking, where's Gulus? Actually, no, we're not, because every time Gamamon evolves, we're like, please no.
Yeah,
please don't
do
evolve.
it.
Don't do it. No, you stay a baby. Don't go kaboom.
Yeah, that's the moment I'm talking about, the phone call where Ruli's about to call them, but doesn't. Yeah, said I didn't mind that one. The ending is ridiculous. Why are you so okay for something that almost killed you? Yeah, I hated that. They weren't angry. They were just like, oh, well, you were trying to protect.
Yeah.
Gold in building up the tension and giving you a convincing feeling that it was game over as nothing was working, as well as the main showings of how much they actually cared. One of the mains showing how much they care. Yeah. But
Yeah. Because I bumped it up. Yeah, I bumped mine up where you bumped yours down.
yeah. Like, no, you know what I did? I didn't bump it up while we were doing this. Or I didn't bump it up on a new episode. I did it as we were.
Yeah.
I gave it like a 4.5, and I went, you know what? No. Changed it on the spot. So.
Yeah, no, so that wouldn't count. It's not, you didn't change it because of a rewatch changing your feelings on it.
But that's why I keep thinking, I did it again. But I didn't.
Yeah. Next week is going to be pretty fun. Or at some stage it's going to be very interesting. because we are going to have the same top 5 at some point. Our top 4 is already the same.
Yeah.
In the same order.
Yeah.
So, then it swaps around between Divine Anger, Prison of Fire, and Nightly Procession. So that's interesting. So what I'll do is let me swap. Well, I probably shouldn't swap back over, but let me bring up Yami's scores, and we'll just see, because having a member of the chat provide theirs, I think will just give a bit of, I suppose, shine a bit of a light on whether maybe we're being a bit too biased, or see where if the sentiment is across the board.
Yeah. Hey,
no.
Justin, welcome to the chat.
Hey, Justin, thanks for joining in.
Next week is hiatus for Ghost Game. Yeah, the weekend that we're both here.
Yeah, rather than the weekend Meg is away.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch X Evolution next week, because Meg hasn't seen that yet.
Yeah.
And
this week you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Because that's all I'll be doing this week.
Okay, where is this thing? Goes back a while. It's probably easier. Media.
Is it a picture?
Yeah. There we go.
But I was waiting.
Oh, well. We're doing it live, pal. So I'll swap over to the actual scores first, just to keep things in order. So,
do you want to put them in between your score and my favorite character, just so we can have them together? Move them. Type them in.
I will. That's an off-screen thing. I'm not. Gonna,
okay.
I'm not going to type them all up.
Okay.
Now.
I was going to say, if we just put a cell in there.
Yeah, no, I'll do that off screen.
Okay.
Maybe I'll set that up for next week. Yami will be a what's that? Oh, Christ, what's that word? When they give you a degree from a college, but you didn't actually go there.
Honorary?
Honorary, yeah. Yeah, so Yami will be an honorary third person on the booth. So, all right, so the mouth stitched man, or stitched mouth man, I should say.
Desmond just said Gula's Gamamon scared the animation team. That's why it's on high.
Oh, that's my headcanon now.
They were so traumatized by it, they had to take a week off.
Yeah. So for Yami, Yami gave the Stitched Mouth Man a 5. Favorite character Clockmon, very strong choice. Mystery of the Museum 4, with Gamamon being favorite. Scribbles 4 with Angoramon. Doll's Manor 4 with Pumpkinmon. Okay. Felt it was a stronger episode than we did.
Yeah.
That's fair. Divine Anger, a 4, Jellymon. Okay. So, slightly weaker opinion on it than we had, but fair enough, yeah.
We are very biased.
Oh yeah, Jellymon-sama, yeah. Like Jellymon, in some ways we're lucky this whole list doesn't just say either Gamamon or Jellymon.
Yeah, because it does a lot. But...
yeah.
I can't get over that 1 week that I was just like, I didn't like anyone. The birds. Just the crows.
Just the crows, yeah.
Not even Yadigarman, just the basic birds.
Yeah, just the basic birds for somehow being able to melt locks. But sure. So Divine Anger 4 with Jellymon as favorite. Curse Song 2 with favorite character being Ruri. Yep, very reasonable score there. Birds, a 4, with favorite character being Angoramon. Nightly Procession of Monsters, a 4, with Jellymon being the favorite. Fair enough.
She was a close second.
She was a close second. Yeah, maybe my.
Or she was.
Yeah, maybe my opinion on CL is a bit skewed. But Warped Time then a 2, with Bakumon being the favorite character.
The Tapir?
Tapermon, yeah. Fair enough. I get I get it. Like that ending with Clockmon can really send your opinion on it like way down. I think we only ended up ranking it as high as we did because we chatted about it for like an hour.
Yeah.
But if you're in the moment of it, that is similar to Frozomon. It just takes you out of it because the tension is gone.
Yeah, I think we should probably ranking episode and then talk about it and then.
Oh yeah,
because we tend to chatter and then hype the episode up a bit more and build our theories into it and go, well, it made me think about this, therefore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's something we can look at after the hiatus.
Yeah.
So then Game of Death 5, with Jellymon being favorite. Fair. Yeah, very fair.
I didn't pick. Totally different.
Totally different. Kamaitachi a 3. I think that's a 3. Yeah. With Hero being the favorite. Chain Letter a 4, with Kyoshiro being the favorite. Yeah. Executioner 5, with Bokomon being the favorite, with a little RIP in brackets.
Aww.
Oh,
you went for the good guy, and we're all like, yes, the murder guy.
Yeah. But Yami didn't. Just break the scale! Sorry. Zakishi Warashi a 3, with Gamamon being the favorite. Yeah. The Fortune Teller's Manor a 3.5, with Felismon being the favorite. Okay, bit of a drop from our interpretation on it. Then the Man-Eating Forest 3.5 again, with Jellymon being the favorite. Freezing Hell a 4, with Jellymon being the favorite. You have an awful lot of Jellymon bias here, Yami. I mean, it's deserved. Don't get me wrong, it is deserved. The Land of Children 3.5, with Hawkmon being the favorite. Yeah, good choice. And then Twilight Hour a 4.5, with Gamamon being the favorite. So we're just missing the scores then for Prison of Fire and Spider's Temptation. So maybe I'll pick those up off you later. It's so hard. The other characters need to do better. Yeah, Jellymon is just the best.
Two of them just steal the show.
Like Yoshiro and Jellymon are, like they're the best characters in the show. They really are.
And then if they don't have enough screen time, Gamamon is baby.
And Gamamon just gets it by default then for being baby. Yeah. Unless something like...
Goramon is really great. I love him.
Yeah.
I really do. But all Gamamon has to do is go, oh, and I'm like, oh, the baby is crying. I love him.
Oh, yeah. His little squeal when he wanted the meat and he couldn't have it.
Yeah. That breaks my heart. He's just like, ah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very easy for him to steal the show no matter what's going on.
Yeah. Gamamon, what do you want? Champion! Yes. That's... So then ranking that, well, Master and Agumon fight them for that position. I also put Eri and Dokomon into that conversation, Reiko, for best partner team. So ranking it, So Yami's ranking for the first 19 episodes anyway goes Executioner, Game of Death, Stitchmouth Man, Twilight Hour, Chain Letter Scribbles, Divine Anger, Doll's Manor, Freezing Hell, Nightly Procession, Mystery of the Museum, Birds, The Fortune Teller's Manor, Man-Eating Forest, Land of Children, Takeshi Warashi, Kamaitachi, Warped Time, and The Cursed Song.
And 5 for last week, and 5 for.
Oh, okay, cool.
So.
Yami,
else wants to fill it
Yami, I will talk to you about that later. I'll actually add you into the spreadsheet, and that way then I can update your rankings in real time. This could be fun.
Like I'm saying, like you can say in the comments as well your own rankings. Out when we're reading comments.
Yeah, definitely.
But definitely can't add everyone into the spreadsheet though, because that's just gonna get complicated.
No, Yami just happened to be the one that sent me over a full list. So, you know.
But if you put your list in the thing, then we could compare it like we did this week.
Yeah, exactly. So let me jump back over to the chat overall then, and
see what we. Ooh.
Right.
I hear the three. I think. What do you think about when he says it's not time for that? That I really don't know. Like I feel that's what's making me feel like he.
Like if he was talking to Black Galgamon there, like it's not time.
Yeah.
Like was Black Galgamon getting ready to attack or to do something or
kidnap the baby so Bulus could.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. Depending on who he's talking to.
Yeah, like if it's just Hero, it's like
it's still him telling us.
It's very mundane. It's a very mundane. You're not ready for what's going on yet, or you're not strong enough for this, or you know.
But it's definitely telling us he's got a plan.
Yeah, because
he's active in there and thinking. He's not just disappearing when
the script says so.
The word for unevolves.
De-digivolves?
De-digivolves, there we go.
Yeah.
He doesn't just disappear.
No, the personality is still very much active.
Yeah, and the intelligence is still going.
Yeah, because one thing I did appreciate in this...
Gargomon? You say Galgamon?
Galgo, because that's his Japanese name is Galgomon, because Galgo is a type of dog. Plus, Gargo brings you to Gargoylemon on the wiki. So, yeah. Although funny you bring Gaugamon up because Angoramon's voice actor played Gaumon in Digimon Savers, and Gaugamon is the evolution of Gaumon. So, but yeah, you know, let's see. You see the first Digimon gets eaten. Yeah. Well, we kind of got that this week, didn't we?
But then he.
Never I hear the word 3.
Oh wait, the first time a Digimon gets eaten.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Saw that one.
Clockmon is now Hero's agent for Digimons. He advertises Hero everywhere. Yeah, because it wasn't that was like, oh yeah, Clockmon told me about you and how you never turn anyone down. And Hero's face was just like, should have killed him on a chance.
Being how Bulus was behaving after the battle, it makes me wonder if he's even not because back the children.
That was the point. I was just about to bring that up. Because we were talking about the personality being active. Like last time, it was like, no, I'm just gonna murder you. But this time, it was like, nah, you're not ready.
Yeah, last time as well, it was because Hero was holding back and not being on his side. And
yeah, like he wasn't issuing the commands.
Yeah, so he was defying him in a way. And he was like, oh, you're bloody useless to get rid of you.
Yeah.
But now he's got a plan brewing and maybe he... Especially after they've been this whole the bridge to the digital world thing is being brought up, maybe back and
Yeah.
do whatever he was doing over there.
Before Hokuto sent him away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be something like.
Oh yeah, I mean, I hadn't really considered that. Yeah. So it could just be that Gulus probably still intends to murder the children, but it's just now's not the time.
Yeah, he'll get rid of them
When they've to quote every anime ever, when they've outlived their usefulness.
Mm-hmm. Basically, I did. He isn't the one.
Yeah. And he'll stuff his fist down another Digimon's throat to make sure he's not the one being eaten.
At the time, Gamamon evolved into Wrath.
Yeah.
This time it wasn't Wrath, it was self-defense.
It was like this time it was self-defense or tuning into Hero's just despair. Like Hero, there was no hope. Again, to borrow from Danganronpa. Like if Arachnimon had decided to eat anyone else first, I don't think Gulus would have popped up.
No.
Like if Arachnimon went after Ruri or Jellymon, whatever, I there's no point in Gamamon or Gulus waking up. But it's because she went after him. Well, that sealed her own fate, basically. Yeah, and that really, I suppose, it would be when we do our rewatch of 11 to 20. It's going to be interesting to see if any of the dialogue can be reinterpreted as talking to the Agumon, rather than the Agumon just appearing out of nowhere. Dark Taichi.
No. Stop it. Stop putting that out into the universe.
I know, right? I just putting that energy out there. Ugh. So if someone else was eating, Gamamon would have gone kaboom. Gamamon was unconscious. He wouldn't have known if anyone else was eaten until after.
That's the Peter.
About Gulus being active.
And maybe had Petermon not come along, maybe Gamamon had his little black eyes.
Maybe. See, yeah, because at the time it was easy to say, oh, well, it's Hokuto's influence. Because Hokuto has either created him or has imprinted on him or something. But if that was meant to be a hint of Gulus's personality just being active while the vessel is asleep, that could very well explain what happened there, yeah.
As well.
Well, he's always with Kyoshiro. Watching the moving pictures, as he put it.
Yeah, but when he's with the hero, he's asleep in the background.
Yeah.
Like when Hero's on video calls or... Maybe he's been out all night and doesn't...
Well, he's a baby. How much sleep do babies need? Yeah, there's also...
Extra when they've been out all night. He'd go.
Because this time he was calm. Gamamon, it was... Well,
he didn't go kaboom. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's where Meg's coming from. Gamamon didn't go kaboom this week.
Gamamon didn't know anything.
Gulus initiated self-preservation. Yeah.
There, all the time, listening.
Yeah. So do you think Gulus is aware when the other revolutions happen, or do you think he gets sort of pushed aside for a few minutes?
I don't know. Depends on... The neuroscience of evolution, I guess.
Right, time to get that. My time has come, guys. I got my bachelor's degree in Digimon evolution. Woo!
But it really
I knew being a
depends
nerd
on...
would pay off eventually.
I think it depends on, like, are they still Yamamon's mind when they evolve, or are they a whole new...
Previous franchise entries would indicate they are the same, just at a different maturity level. Like, Greymon is never as hungry as Agumon.
Yeah.
You know, WarGreymon seems to be very adept, more so than, again, well, Agumon. That's because you're going from... Because in the Japanese version, like, they are literal stages of life. They are a child Digimon. They are an adult level Digimon. They are the perfect Digimon. And then when you go beyond, well, you're beyond perfect. You're the ultimate Digimon. Maybe we should do Raximon's just real. Oh, she's a side. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Sorry. But anyway, yeah, neuroscience.
We're gonna have a talk later. Look, chat, it's fine. Simple way for Arachnimon. She did get even her Digimon form got a yassification in this show. Even her Digimon form was prettier and still creepy and sinister.
He suddenly came to give thousands of people a new fetish they didn't want and went away just as quickly.
No.
I'm not into spiders.
What about the Spider Woman from... What's it called? Musume? The monster show with, like...
Monster Musume?
Monster Musume. There we go.
No. No. But she wears a big skirt and you can't see she's a horse. Obviously, I like the Lamia.
Oh, well, there goes my... Well, no. That's racist. Ding. Oh.
Racist against spider people.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peter Parker.
Ragnarok from Monmisu. There we are. Pretty sure the age thing with evolution comes into play much in this one. Jellymon and Tesla Jellymon have very little difference. Well, that's because Tesla is just... That's because Jellymon's already a smart brat.
Yeah.
She just becomes more of a smart arse.
She's a modern child.
Yeah, she's just a modern child. Yeah.
That know everything. Speaking from experience here.
Yeah, like, to be fair, like, even with Angoramon, but like Angoramon is like the Renamon of this show, where he's mature across the board. Jellymon is the Terriermon of the show, which is hilarious considering Angoramon's the rabbit who can fly.
Yeah.
But Gamamon is the Guilmon, who is, or very much a baby, but then when he evolves, seems to have the bit of more of a grown-up mindset on each of the evolutions, whether it be Betel, Kauser, or Wizen. Oh no. Meg's Googling live.
Didn't like the bird girl.
The harpy one?
Yeah, she's too young, and also not at all.
Okay, well, I think you just broke Desmond's heart.
No, I didn't like her. She just
Hey, Sleek. Thanks for joining in.
Hey, welcome to the weirdest part of the show.
Yeah. Oh,
I like
that's gonna be an
slime
interesting
girl.
timestamp.
Is
The
she a
monster
slime?
Musume discussion. That's gonna be the interest. That's gonna be a
But
timestamp.
that's the horse lady.
Oh, I know the horse lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the pink-haired one is. Slime of some.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right on the mermaid thing.
Yeah, like the spider girl is cute, but I don't like eyes where they're not
Oh,
supposed to be.
the eyes up here.
Yeah, I don't like eyes where they're not. But I didn't like that spider lady. the Rachnos.
Yeah, I know the one. Don't think she was designed to be appreciated by people of culture, though.
No,
I don't know. Yeah, okay. So, this is going to be fun to timestamp. Completely out of context moment. Monster Musume, you say? Yeah. So, I think we'll just quickly move the conversation along and we'll get into the comments from last week.
Yeah, would you like?
Yeah, go on. Alright, chat. Here's some nice ASMR for you before we get started. Main character likes Rachnera because he's a leg man.
Last week's trailer where her leg shadow
coming out of that. Yeah, like this week's episode was just really gross. Like when you could hear the chomping and the slurping and the swallowing.
When she opened her mouth, it was like when Clockmon was evil.
Yeah,
and his mouth was all torn.
And
but hers was all saliva. And
yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna read.
Yeah, we're gonna read comments from last week's, because we did 2 streams last week with Digimon Con and the episode itself.
You did too.
Well, I did, yeah. So I'm gonna read the comments on both of them, but we'll start with Digimon Con because I think it has the lesser comments.
Okay.
We might have already touched on some of them during the Ghost Game stream, because there was the comments about like where the V pets are available and things.
Yeah.
We may have already touched on some of them, so I'll just sort them by time, and we'll go from there. You could imagine exactly what was happening. Yeah, and that freaked me out so much. Like, for me, that's why this episode is on par with episode 1. Because episode 1, and I even said it earlier on this stream, it's when Clockmon attacks the girl and you hear her cry. And she's just... it's just like it burrows
her
back
doing
here.
That as well.
Oh yeah, seeing it
where it goes all
yeah.
I didn't like when when his hand came back.
Oh
well.
Yeah, and it just transitioned back into a young hand because he got his time back. Yeah.
My camera, it won't sit where I want.
Oh well, where. You rate. Yeah, there you go.
Closer and closer to the mic.
Hopefully it helps. There hasn't been any other audio scuffs, has there, chat? Please let us know. When do all the weird incidents start making public news? Getting quite a body count. Right?
Yeah.
That is one thing I do hope comes up eventually. Like it was asked earlier on, do we think like humans will start taking revenge on the Digimon?
Well, they kind of did with the fire.
Well, with the
they chased them out of there.
Yeah, but they were actually attacking the Zasomon, which was
they could see those. But we got all the statue people. The people missing in the forest were probably already on the news as missing people.
Yeah.
The forest itself was probably under investigation.
You would hope.
A lot of it's probably been dug up now.
Yeah,
but,
we know Cherrymon's victims aren't coming back. The ones who were restored were Mori Shellmons. So, yeah, there's been quite an awful lot of death, implied and off screen.
Yeah, and it's kind of like I'm wondering if the police are noticing that the children is like that bit in Harry Potter when there's trouble. Why is it always you three? You know?
Yeah, I wonder. Would that be a would that be a thing?
Because that's one thing I remember being concerned with watching. Possibly. But I was like, why aren't any of the adults in this universe noticing any of this?
Police seem incompetent in Digimon.
Well,
they're adults. What do you expect?
But then they get a whole police.
In he's 5. But like that's a government thing, but because of reasons. But it doesn't.
But it's still society acknowledging something has happened with children and these.
Yeah. I can't really say too much without going into spoilers on season 5, so
yeah.
I'll leave that alone for now. But
I just enjoy that society overlooking all of this, all these dead people, and
Kuroda was right. Digimon are meant to be feared. Rumacon show was a spiritual successor to Rosario Vampire. Rumacon is amazing. Lego has savagery. Oh, look at that. The chat are enjoying themselves. Cool. Well, that's good to see. Nice to see the chat.
2 shows we.
Yeah, no,
I know
Rosario Vampire,
but I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't aware of any spin-offs or sequels or anything, but I've watched the original show.
I had some.
Oh yeah,
I probably know some of the songs from it before I even know the show. That happens a lot.
Right. Well, look, while the chat's having their banter, we'll jump over to the comments from last week and
finding them first.
Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I have them. I have them here, but we'll once we do that, then we'll go into the spoilers. So. Yes, Desmond, the background in the Digidestin fight against Aizmon in 2020, very reminiscent of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. So that's actually a good shout. Well done on that one. So let's see, there's the Digimon Con, and there is last week's episode. So I guess we'll... Yeah. Danhausen would have been proud. So let's see then. Newest first. So live in UK, resellers of LCD pets. Yeah, okay, so we covered all those comments last week.
Yeah, we got them.
Yeah, so the only new comment is Justin's.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. So for new comments on the Digimon Con stream, this was the worst Digimon Con ever. Well, it was also the first one, so it's technically also the best. Technically,
that doesn't bode well.
No, it doesn't bode well at all. No, it doesn't. Anyway, they basically used 6 hours of our time to tell us we're not getting the damn Digimon Survive game again, and to pour more lemon juice on the wound was the information on the Digimon 02 movie. And I don't think I know much more about the movie than I already did before, so what was even the point? Very true. And what really pissed me off was when the lady started talking about different branches, and the moment she said that, I said, oh no. And the thing we don't know what will happen in their lives later on, crap. Yeah, you're the goddamn writers. They can fix it. I don't even think it's that hard to do. I just want consistency with this franchise for Yggdrasil's sake. Yeah, I've been asking for that since day one. And the whole things about the 90s children, I agree with you. They're pandering to them. No wonder no one's watching. They're pretty much acting like Father Jack. And they're telling us to back off. Okay, I appreciate the Father Ted reference. I
Yeah.
really do. But yeah, that was like the merchandise segment at the end. That still bugs me. Oh, this is the box. This box was like how you'd remember it on the shelves in the 90s, and we're trying to appeal to those who grew up with the show. And I'm like, please just make new stuff.
All the younger people watching the 90s.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, please make new stuff. But yeah, like, I mean, there's nothing there that we didn't touch on before. We don't really know anything new about the 02 movie, despite them dedicating half an hour of a segment to it. I mean, they spent 15 minutes of that segment talking about Ken.
Yeah.
And I love Ken, but that doesn't tell me anything new about the movie. And then yeah, the alternate timelines thing and the branching paths and how because we don't know what happens in our world yet, we don't know what's going to happen to them. I'm like,
yeah, but you're
the writers
writing it. You should know. And if anyone should know, it's you.
Yeah, I'm struggling. This might be a bitter pill to swallow. I don't think they had a plan. I don't think they had a plan. I thought they might have just been milking the cow. So yeah, no, look, nothing. Yeah, like it's everything we said last week as well, and it seems the sentiment is shared by many.
Like I said, I slept for the whole thing, and I woke up with exactly as much information as I had before I went to bed.
Yeah, I'm jealous you slept through the whole thing, because I'm gonna have to watch it again next year, or in a few months, or whenever the next one is. God, hopefully it's not 6 hours long next year.
Really think it would be better if they split the video games, card game. That
just make that its own thing.
Yeah, like stop it. Intermission.
Yeah,
that could be the intermission. Just
start
each segment,
yeah.
Or I don't know.
Yeah, 2 days at 3 hours a piece, or 3 days at 2 hours a piece. Just focus on whatever news you can share. Dedicate a day to the card game event, so that way people who don't want to watch it can just go off.
People who are only into the game and not the shows. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Those people exist, but if they're
there would be, yeah, or people who are just tuning in to get updates on Digimon Survive and not Ghost Game. Like. Anyway, so we move on then to the comments from last week's episode. And newest first, cool. So, newest first. So we work our way back. So, Yami commented then 5 days ago. This went on for another hour and a half. How? After everything else from that day, you drip feeding yourselves caffeine off screen. And how quiet the chat goes without us debating on it.
We said that.
We said that. We missed you. We did miss you guys. We love having you here. 145. Listened to it about 5 times now and still can't catch what Meg is saying. So extra what? In all fairness, her mic seems to cut out. She goes awfully quiet. That's what we've tried to fix that this week, and that's why we've asked you guys to let us know if there's been any scuffing.
That's why we're huddled around the microphone.
Yeah, and I've changed a couple of the settings on the back, changing it from 2-way to more of an all-around. Strictly speaking, you should be able to pick us up on the mic regardless of where one of us is positioned.
Yeah, because it's right on the desk in front of us anyway.
Yeah.
Now? Yeah, it's just a little bit closer.
So...
Oh, excuse me.
But so we have tried. I realized that while I was doing the timestamps last week, especially with the background music also seemed to overpower me, and I'm the louder of the two of us.
Yeah, I'm curious what I was saying now.
Well, we can go back and check it out later. Have context for next week. A 5? Geez, that is generous. It was decent, but I wouldn't go that far. You're either really generous with your 5s, or I'm being really picky. And can you not just copy and insert cell with that one? Yeah, maybe. I'm hoping next week's episode has some sort of twist. It's one of the few that actually does seem predictable from the trailer, but the guy who usually puts them together should be asking for a bonus because 90% of the time they're so good, they're misleading. Yeah, true. Like, the guy who puts these trailers together should be, just pay him all the money. It may not be Destiny, but I still would like a reason why we're following these 3 specifically. By default, we only need to be following Hero. Otherwise, every other week could be different people becoming buddies with monsters. That's fair, but I feel like we're getting there. Then wait any longer on commenting on those scores, and I'll be needing to send you an updated one. Well, wasn't this your week? So, and then Yami commented yesterday, never mind, this week's episode had no right to be as good as it was in comparison to the very basic trailer it received. Yeah. So, Pedja Rajkovic, 2 days ago. Honestly, I didn't expect this episode to go this way when I first saw the synopsis for this episode. I thought that Saberdramon and Dark Lasermon are going after Black Tailmon under the order of some higher villain, and I thought we were finally going to get some information about Black Tailmon. Who is she? Why is she the one to let Digimons into the real world? I just want some plot. We're 20 episodes in. Breadcrumbs. We're getting there. We just got some hints of plot. The episode was still very good. I like how Gamamon can control his evolutions now. And Saberdramon and Dark Lasermon were pretty good. They're very strong and their backstory is kind of sad, how they wanted to help that man and they killed him accidentally and they were called monsters.
Killed himself.
By not listening to them. Yeah, to be fair, like, I know this meme is sort of done to death, the blank did nothing wrong meme, and it's got some very bad origins, fair enough, but in this case, in that instance, right, regardless about what happened after that, because there was definitely some intent after that incident, but in that one very specific incident, Saberdramon and Dark Flare Lizamon did nothing wrong.
No, they did not.
Like,
they told him to listen, he didn't listen and died.
Yeah.
That's a him problem.
That's it.
Sorry, I don't mean to be so cold.
No, but you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had, like, I get it. The house is on fire. He's terrified, and these 2 monsters made of fire are saying our fire is. I said fire a lot. These 2 monsters made of fire are saying our fire is what's stopping you from burning alive. I can't say I wouldn't be panicked in the same situation.
I mean, I'd be panicked, but if they're like, listen to us and we'll get you out of here alive, I'd kind of go with the.
Would you believe the giant fire bird with the mandibles and the chicken danglies?
I would like to think I would.
It's easy to say now when it's not happening. Let's set you on fire and see if the same thing happens. Right, who knows black magic fire spells. Ah, good lord. The scene was pretty dark. He pretty much got burnt to ashes. No, that's exactly what happened. There was no pretty much about it. This was a fight ep, and the fights were pretty good. The animation was great too. I gave this episode a 4. Good episode, but definitely not a 5. That's just you being generous.
No, I feel like we're...
Really? 2 people saying we're just being generous in a row?
I feel like we're kind of picky sometimes.
I feel like we're picky sometimes. Let's go back to our rank. Like, out of 21 episodes,
we have as many 5s as we have 3s,
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 5s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3s. Yeah, so we've given, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4s.
Reiko said, or Yami said more out of context moment. Reiko said, I'd be scared to not do what they tell me to do. And Yami said, pretty much announced you were just going to flame grill Meg. It's going to be like that scene in The Burbs where Tom Hanks is on the big barbecue.
The Burbs?
The Burbs. Yeah.
I don't know. We've given out of 21 episodes, we've given 7 5s. Well, I have comparatively, right? Right, I've given 7 5s, 7 3s, 6 4s, and 1 6, and that was just being facetious. It's basically a 5+. You've given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5s, 6 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 3s, and a 2. I think we're pretty even spread with our scoring. Not our fault if we think the episodes are good.
It's just a case, really, of different things.
Well, that's it. Look, I totally get it. But I was like...
But yeah, I don't think we're being too generous in the sense that we're...
Yeah, no, I like...
But,
yeah, like I think I would hope anyway that when we do score the episodes, that that what we've talked about and our reasoning for giving those scores comes through in these discussions.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
don't
not
feel
just
like we need to be like, well, -1 point for this, -5 for this. I don't feel like we need to be that specific.
No, but I also don't want it to be like, ooh, Digimon 5, 5, 5.
Yeah.
Oh, there was no plot this episode, 0.
Also, hey Pedja, we're just reading your comments right now. Reiko, enjoy your walk with your doggo.
Yes, definitely enjoy your walko. Give
Your
doggo.
Enjoy your walko.
Enjoy your walk with your doggo. Give the doggo head pats for us, would you? And lots of scritches.
All the scritches.
That's it. I would like to think that the reasoning for our scoring comes through, and we're not just clapping seals because Digimon are on the screen, or oh, my favorite Digimon turned up, it gets a 5, or there was no plot, instantly a 0.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if we were going by our favorite Digimon, every episode.
So... by the default thing that she's just in the episode. Yeah, but you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that we at least come across as fair and balanced in our scoring. I mean, and again, this is why we do the rewatches as well, to see if we still feel the same way about episodes, and we can adjust where possible.
Yeah. There's no right or wrong when everyone will be looking for different things from an episode. Personal marker for the... Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's just interesting. It's just interesting the same wording is used.
Yeah. Well, it could also be a case of someone reading a comment and then, yeah, maybe you are a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, we'll pick it up.
Just before that, Desmond said, "Oh, Gamamon 55555."
Yeah.
Gamamon, Yami said, Gamamon had a super cute scene again, 5.
Yeah.
Sleek said, if Omegamon appears, I'm going to smash the TV, use a different night.
Can we not just go 1 week without worrying about that? Look, we got super hot spider lady this week. Can we just focus on that, I guess? Christ. Okay, so picking up from there, next week Arukenimon is Arukenimon. Yes, she's back. I guess she'll be eating people next episode. I hope we see Gulus again. It seems like a dark episode. 02 Digimon are getting a lot of love in this show. Hawkmon, Mummymon, Arukenimon, potentially BlackWarGreymon. No, BlackWarGreymon.
No.
Do not say his name. No. Bad chat. Bad. No, make me get the spray bottle.
No, Megamon. No, Black. We're gonna have to ban those words from the chat.
Time people out for saying Omegamon and BlackWarGreymon. Potentially BlackWarGreymon with Black Agumon in the background. And I'm 90% sure we're going to get a Vamdemon in this show, a Dracula episode. It's possible. I mean, they do
It
like
is.
using a lot of perfect levels.
Yeah, and like he does make sense for it, a horror
Oh yeah,
show, like, but it just really they're like a
Boltmon. I think he's a ultimate though, or
they could
mega.
do that
Oh,
because they've
like
had the
the
mummy, they could have the
oh they could,
Frankenstein
yeah,
and
they could do
Dracula.
like the dark universe kind of thing. Yeah.
They just shut off the stream again, early again when BlackWarGreymon is there.
Okay. Fine. God, chat, you're evil. BlackWarGreymon says hi from your nightmares. BlackWarGreymon PTSD strikes again. When all else fails, press the BlackWarGreymon button.
Even a dim card. When did that come out?
When the Vital Bracelet released. When the Vital Bracelet released, there was two promo dims. One for BlackWarGreymon and one for Black Metal Garurumon. And you could only raise those lines. Later on, they released like proper versions of them.
So they were out before.
Yeah, they were out before Ghost Game was a thing.
I don't think they apply to this.
No, because the concept of a dim card was in 2020. Which is going to be very interesting, dubbing that episode if they'll call it a dim card.
Yeah. Is this Galgamon a dark version or a normal one? It's the dark one.
It's the black. Yeah, it's Black Galgamon. Yeah, the one with like the black and gold ears. It's a really cool design. I actually like Black Galgamon's design more than regular Galgamon. But you need Steve Bloom for you know who. Okay. Jesus. We should get spoilers for the upcoming episode soon. We did indeed. And I'm waiting for a Black Agumon episode, and I guess soon we're going to see Gamamon Perfect Form. I forget its name. Kano Weissmon. By the way, are you working on your version of Adventure 2020? I am.
That's what work is for.
That's it. Yeah. Don't let them send me back to the office, otherwise it's going to get delayed a couple of months. But I am working on it. I'm just not happy with the script yet. Plus, with the announcement of a dub, I might want to just
watch the dub and then
a little bit and see if I still feel the same in a couple of episodes. So it might just take a bit longer.
It could be funny. Well, with what you already have, and watch the dub, and you're like, I did that.
Yeah. Not that I would take credit for something a Digimon show has done in the past, but you know. Anyway, that's none of my business. But yeah, no, it is still on the way. It is being worked on. I'm just not ready to show it off or to. The scripting is working. The scripting is going well. I just haven't been able to do any of the recording for it yet. So, because I have to script it and then break it down into a video that's not going to be an hour long. I want this video to be 15-20 minutes, but I also don't want to be repeating a lot of the same points I've already said on the podcast, where I could just do a clip show of different things I've talked about.
Yami said it's fine, they still.
Yeah, this is true. I would. Oh, wait. I just said I'd never claim that.
But they,
anyway,
I'm telling you, they watch the podcast and then they write the show. That's what happens.
Yeah, that's why we got this episode being as good as it was.
Because we were literally talking about her being a human.
Oh yeah,
last time,
and I didn't think it would happen because that seemed to be an Oikawa thing, and they went, no, let's do the human thing and let's make her hotter and slightly tweak her outfit. Yas, queen, kind of happened to her, but
does Gamamon give off some signal when it falls into or a black Digimon? I feel like they're just watching. I feel like they're just in the background, and when he's there, they're kind of like, that's what we said, like We'll have to go back and see if he's actually talking to the Agumon or if he talks
Yeah,
to-
because the dialogue in this episode, the stay back now, it's not time yet. You could interpret that dialogue as being said to the Black Galgamon. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you could interpret that dialogue as being said to the Black Galgamon rather than Hero. Either would make sense, but when we do our rewatch of 11 through 20, watching 13 again, it'll be interesting to see if the dialogue could have been aimed at Agumon or if it's just there.
Depends on what.
Yeah, exactly. So we just need to go back and take in the context of the episode again. So,
No.
well, maybe not. Let's wait until we get to the spoiler discussion for the upcoming
With our
episodes.
Penny
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that opportunity's dead.
Yeah.
yeah, that opportunity got exploded.
Come on. Atmon's. He's basically a dark Atmon.
I'd love that. I'd be okay with that. Normalize Atmon. Maybe the fandom wouldn't be so afraid of it if it turned up in real Digimon. Whatever that means.
Would add.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right. Let me finish with the comments, and then we'll jump back into the chat before we do the spoiler room brawl. So, hey Taro, Sniffle, doesn't it put a tear in your eye watching your little bro all grown up and destroying people? Hopefully this means Wizen and Kaus get more screen time before Kano Weissmon inevitably makes them irrelevant. Yeah. Yeah, because once Bethel learns how to evolve, I don't think we're going to see the other two ever again.
Yeah.
And if we do, it'll be once like every 10 episodes or something.
Because they need to fly or they need to...
Yeah.
Thing.
They need to railgun. But then again, Kano Weissmon is just big dragon. I'm sure he can look after the flying.
Yeah, but does he have hooks on his back?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Does he have hooks on his back? Just little thingies on his back so Hero can drive. But yeah, no, that was very good. Watching Gamamon learn to control the evolutions and finally, get one up on Dark Flare Lizamon. Because that whole episode, I was like, it's just not going... Like, Dark Flare Lizamon is just going to be the one that gets away, isn't it? With beating the tar out of Gamamon and all his evolutions. Well, maybe not Gulus, but... that's not something I want to see. And then Justin, with the last comment, I'll take away that I haven't responded thing in a second.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah. So Justin says, I like this episode, and I think I understand what they were going for. Just because they look like monsters doesn't mean they should be treated the way. You can tell they were trying to protect the human with Dark Flame, so you can tell they weren't bad Digimon and didn't want to hurt anyone. But if you think about it, they aren't actually monsters. I mean, the franchise is called Digital Monsters. Aren't they actual monsters? Yeah, well, I mean, they're monsters in form, not personality.
Yeah.
So it's the whole don't judge a book by its cover thing. The problem was, and maybe it's brought up in the rest of the comment, is because they got treated badly, unfairly, it turned them into what they didn't want to be.
Yeah.
The whole thing about if you stare into the abyss, if you blink or whatever, or he who fights monsters eventually becomes monster himself. That did have an element in the episode. Because as sad as the backstory was, they did effectively tell Kyoshiro, go on, step out of the fire. I dare you. And they were bitter. Yeah, they were very bitter and willing to let Kyoshiro just get Thanos'd, But anyway, the franchise is called Digital Monsters for a reason, but however, even though they were nice Digimon, that kind of went out the window with how they acted to get what they wanted because they did cause havoc. Yeah, and they were going to kill Hero and Gamamon to do it. Very true. Like, Hero, multiple times, I don't know what that Tailmon is about. It just turns up. I don't know. No, you're obviously lying, and we're going to kill you to get the information we need. Because that will work, yeah. Because maybe Digimon, maybe some Digimon don't understand that humans don't become Digitama, or you know that people die when they are killed. Sorry, I will use that meme whenever I can. You know, but they did cause havoc, and they were going to kill Hero and Gamamon to do it. They ended up becoming what they didn't want to be seen as, because that's being monsters. Yeah, okay, so literally everything I just said. So I think that this is the most Gamamon has been battle damaged in a fight. Yeah, like he went through 3 evolutions and got his butt handed to him every time. You know, in a fight. Sorry. When Dark Lizamon punched Chaos Gamamon, I could have sworn I saw blue chunks of data spilling out, and at the end, the form of it looks like Gamamon. Okay, so from the looks of it. Okay, so the bit that I thought was a slide evolution may have very well just been punch. House actually did disappear and evolved straight away. Evolved like immediately afterward.
Yeah, I feel like he did shrink down, because I remember going, "Oh, baby again."
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Yeah, so I must have just misread the scene then as a slide evolution.
We'll be rewatching it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
The end from the look really controls themselves into. It's the classic anime thing where the protagonist gets transformation or power, and they do it by accident. And when they try to do it on purpose, next time it doesn't work. Like Takia after the first time he spirit evolved. When he tried to do it again, it didn't work, and Koji ended up stealing the show. Lol. So I give this episode a 4 after what Digimon got.
Yeah, maybe that's why I was so generous last week, because anything was better than Digimon Con. Maybe you know what? Maybe you know what? I'll take being generous after what Digimon Con did to us.
I hope that my voice got picked up that time.
Chat, you'll let us know if Meg's voice isn't coming through, right? So let me get rid of the I haven't responded to. No, but there's no other comments hidden because of that or whatever. Cool.
Oh, the comment.
So that's everything. Yeah, we can go back to the chat now. Musume is in the opening.
Yes.
Okay. There's no Mummymon interaction. Yeah, well, Mummymon and Arachnemon's chances of interacting now is...
I kind of went in and out. Really? Again?
Is it because you're looking that way and the mic is here?
But I was leaning like this when I was reading the comment.
Yeah.
The microphone hates me.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll just test swapping positions.
Maybe, yeah.
And see what happens.
There. Right there. Won't be in the way if we're both.
I'll work something out.
Yeah.
Okay. So
am I just too quiet?
Maybe
that's my problem.
Yeah, you might just be a bit too quiet. You might have too much of an indoor voice.
Not shouting.
Well, no one's asking you to shout, but speak up. Anyway.
Like it comes through on my own streams. I know I'm sitting there,
right in front of it, yeah.
In front of me.
No, well, it's not right in front of you when you're facing that way.
This is a good enough mic that shouldn't matter. We have to fix something. So, what Digimon are left from the opening who haven't appeared yet?
Vamdemon, Lady Devimon, Idemon, Machine Draymon, Wizardmon, Sorcerymon, Lay Wizardmon. I think the 3 Wizardmon are in one scene, like they're following behind. Their shadows are anyway following behind Hero and Gamamon in one scene. Lucemon is in the opening. Relevant. What do you mean how like Kaiser Greymon and Magna Garurumon made the other children? Yeah, that's one thing I'm really not looking forward to coming back to season 4 on. Edamon is in the opening. I want to see Edamon again. Yeah. He jumps off a cliff. He is. Well, except in 2020 when he was just a rapper. And he was having rap battles with was it Pile Volcamon?
Well, I feel like for Ghost Game they'll make him murdery again.
Oh yeah, he'll just be murdery guy in a suit again, yeah. But yeah, no, he does. He's in like a very brief part of the opening and he just jumps off a cliff.
Picture that. Do it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, yeah. Lots of megas. Yeah, there's still lots of megas in the opening. So, you know, and we are gonna. I wonder, like, is this show when we start getting into the perfect level, arc? Will they just start fighting mega levels instead of fighting perfects with their with their adult forms?
Well, maybe the other ones they were fighting that they haven't rid of.
Yeah. Do you know what we haven't seen in a while either? Run's mascot.
Yeah.
I know you're watching out for that one.
Yeah, because she's just so prominent in the opening. He's the real villain.
Could you imagine? Like, that's the virus.
A little rabbit.
So I'm just running the opening here so we can have a look. Machine Draymon, they're overkilling if he turns up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's the mascot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a Datamon in the window. Could be wrong. The big hands look familiar. But it could also...
Oh, he's the little
robot
guy with the big eye?
Yeah.
Anyone remember Dracmon? All I'm curious about is where his eyeballs are.
Yeah.
Where's Hero keeping the eyeballs?
There's Lady Devimon. And there's the Wizardmon following behind Hero, the shadows of him anyway. There's the spider thread, so we got our Arachnemon, and we've seen a couple of Dokukumon. Oh yeah, that's her hand.
Yeah, it's a big chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pumpmon. Oh. There's Paimon. Doing the it thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All the houses. There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, so
Jumping
off the
a
bridge. Yeah, sorry.
I was wondering where the cliff was.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I got mixed up because it does the digital transformation thing. So I just saw the greenery. But yeah, he jumps off the bridge. So he's still in the opening. Anyway.
I just cut off the song.
Fine.
Here we go. Oh, that's terrifying.
The giant dragon hologram.
I'm just gonna take a photo of that.
Dracmon could have easily evolved into a range of major Darkmon. Yeah, I still don't think we're done. I don't think we're done with him yet. No. I do think he'll come back.
He said he would, so
yeah. Like we still have we have Dracmon, we have Felismon, Zasomon. There's no way we're done with him.
Yeah, he's definitely coming.
You know, so yeah,
couple of them.
there's a good, there's definitely
that could be firing.
Yeah. Yeah, I do wonder if we're still going to do like a Sinister Six thing or
controlling Pickle as well.
Yeah, you're down on that.
I really think they tricked him into thinking he was getting some kind of prize or something, but he was actually stealing bracelets for him.
Yeah.
Which implies that it's someone we already know who knows about the bracelets.
Which would have to be Drachmon or Felismon then at that stage. Because even Felismon was like, oh, three champion levels partnered with humans. Ooh, I was almost dead. I was almost defeated there, but okay, thanks, bye. The fact that Edamon throws baby Gamamon off a building into a wall, yeah. So it'd be I'd be okay for Edamon to turn up again. Edamon is this one Digimon from the original era that I'm just never tired of. Like even when he turns up in the Tri stage play, I'm just like, yeah, okay, more of you, please. He's actually very good in that. Like if
he
you
definitely works for something like a stage play because he's man in a suit.
Yeah. But if you haven't regardless of your feelings on Digimon Adventure Tri, if you haven't watched the stage play, you're missing out.
I haven't watched.
You're missing out. Okay.
Oh. Greymon?
Yeah.
The end game just due to. Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, the usage of it has to be better than what happened in 2020. So, yeah, do you know what? Maybe don't bring him into this.
No, he's not really. I don't think he fits.
Depends on the context of the episode as anything. Like if they do like a Terminator kind of episode, it'd be funny. But you have Andromon for that.
Yeah, he fits more for that because he's somewhat human-like.
Yeah.
Where isn't his real name?
Which?
Bean Draymon. Just Dramon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when.
Yeah.
Now I can't say it properly. It sounds weird.
Yeah, I know, right? So Machine Draymon.
Yeah, like isn't he gigantic?
Oh yeah, he's like the size of 6 houses.
Yeah, so I don't think he works in a Terminator style.
It's on the Terminator, doesn't it?
I don't think they ever had Terminators that size. I think you're thinking of that thing in RoboCop.
What, the N209?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a supersized one of them. Yeah.
Which also works with Andromon.
Andromon is just also a RoboCop, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he works in a horror scenario.
No. I mean, again, like everything's about context, but yeah, no. Right. So we are at the 2.5 hour mark. So I think we'll move over to spoilers.
Yes.
And then we'll get ready to punch out of here.
Yeah, because it's
It's also 11:30 at night.
11:30, yeah. So if we do have spoilers, then
yeah, we can
time
finish. Time for bed. Yeah. Yeah, the Dragon of Mugen Mountain is pretty big. And somehow a little puppy could affect it. Yeah, I still don't like that. Like, it's meant to be a dark master. Even in because particularly for that continuity. It's meant to be a dark master. And Plotmon just goes, woof! And it just stops.
11 at night and I've drank a whole can of Monster.
Yeah. Enjoy being awake all night. I'm going to sleep. Anyway, so
Just say
Aracanimon's
human form looks good.
Yeah,
we're all in agreement on that.
We've said plenty of time. She's definitely got a glow up or a yassification from her 02 human form. It's a different.
Really random long lashes.
Yeah, it's wonderful what a change in art style can do for a character, you know. But so yeah, I'm gonna pop the spoiler tag up. We are now in spoiler territory. This is your one and only warning. If you don't want to be spoiled on episodes 22 through 24, I thank you for being here tonight and advise you to GTFO. Politely. No, but honestly, look, I get it. Not everybody wants to know or even have a notion of what's happening. Keeps the surprises going, keeps everything fresh. Totally appreciate that. If you want to bow out now, just thank you very much for being here with us for, again, the last 2.5 hours. We really do appreciate it.
Yami, time to go then. Have fun all.
Yeah,
Good
look
night,
after
Yami.
yourself, Yami, and thank you so much for being here. I'll get on to you later about topping up your score sheet, and I'll get you added on to our proper one here.
Skip ahead by like 12 minutes
Yeah,
when we get back to the start.
I will crop it out, but if you restart, if you go back to the start, just skip the first 12 minutes. You know, it like when the show starts, just go to the second time you see this screen and you'll be fine.
Nothing else happened.
Nothing else happened. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So
You drank that digital monster, Meg. That I did.
Yeah. And look, the can is covered with butterflies. So it's even more fitting. Mugendai na yume no ato no. My voice is shot from the weekend, so I'm not going any further than that. But anyway, so
Spoilers.
spoiler time.
You hear it and you don't want to hear. It's your own fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
bring up the website.
I'll bring it. So as always, thank you to With the Will for providing the synopses going forward. And this is going to be episodes 22 through 24, with the reminder that on March 13th, which is this coming Sunday, there will be no episode as the show is on hiatus. So, episode 22 will be March 20th, and it's called Nightmare. So, Jellymon starts a new business called Cherry Blossom Sleep Therapy with Pillowmon, a Digimon that brings restful sleep. The service is meant to provide restful sleep beneath cherry blossoms, but all of a sudden, the sleeping participants begin to moan in pain and suffer injuries. Well, there seem to be humans in the trailer.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we saw Kyoshiro was drowning. There was some other girl and maybe a doctor. Yeah. But anyway, so around the same time, Ruri and Angoramon, who participated in the Cherry Blossom Sleep Therapy, are attacked by BlackWarGreymon in their dreams. Ruri and Angoramon desperately try to escape, but they always return back to BlackWarGreymon in a looping nightmare. And in the real world, injuries begin to show up on their bodies. So, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
So, we're getting a Digimon version of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, does BlackWarGreymon have
He does.
long nails?
He does.
I mean, he's a skeleton. So he
Well,
has long
yeah,
skeleton
no,
fingers,
but I just bring up a pic of all.
I need one of them to have slashes on them because that would just be perfect.
Let me just bring up a pic of old. A pic of old Scully G.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could do the old drag on the pipes thing.
Yeah.
Although he's huge, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like similar to Mugen Draymond, he's like the size of 6 houses.
Yeah.
You know. So. Actually, that's bloody hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull that meme down. I just did Google image search to show remind Meg of BlackWarGreymon's features, and we found this meme which popped up on a Reddit thread. It is 2 years old, but I feel is still very relevant. Just while we're talking about BlackWarGreymon. So my plans 2020 apply to 2022, rinse and repeat. But yes, Awesome. But
surprised we never saw that before.
yeah, no, definitely. It's the first time. That's my first time seeing that as well, I think. But yeah, I'm totally down for a Digimon take on Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Like, just okay, not where I thought you were gonna go, but if we are going to start ramping up the horror and the just gross and squickiness,
Yeah.
like if we are going to start ramping up just the horror and the grossness and the squickiness, it's an option. Like, are we going to get a Friday the 13th episode? Are we going to get a Halloween episode?
Is there anything?
Was the Halloween episode meant to be the Pumpkinmon episode?
Maybe.
Because the mask in the face,
the stabbing.
Was Pumpkinmon
Jason's
Michael
more
Myers?
I talk too much.
Might as well throw coffin tats on that meme. Yeah.
Or anything there is. Pokemon. We'll get our It episode in the future when everyone has.
Well, I'm not saying that the intro is going to allude to anything in particular, but Paimon is doing the It thing in the intro.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I mean,
well, no, because he's a clown. It's Paimon, really.
Yeah, but like in the English, have a different.
No. It's just
that would have been.
Yeah, no, like no, I get that. No, in the Japanese version, it's spelt pie, but PA. The English name just does what it did with Wizardmon's name and just added the D in for the word. So, but BlackWarGreymon never said anything in the original. I think he did in the dub. Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, no, he's just a sad drama clown. You know, but I'm okay with us. Yeah, no, but getting back on track.
Opening his mouth and eating his arm.
Oh God, yeah. But but like riffing, like I don't know how much they'll riff on the Elm Street series, but getting a couple of riffs where, say, Rory and Angoramon are running away from BlackWarGreymon and he does the stretchy arm thing and or
pulling his hat out of the dream.
No, well, no, and I don't think
it's so funny if he was running around in a stripy shirt and a hat.
Or they just pulled a nuke off his back.
Wake up.
Where did this come from? Oh, right, yeah. The big skeleton.
I brought it out in my dream.
The big skeleton dinosaur that was chasing me, yeah.
Yeah, like that would be cool. That would be cool for Halloween, actually.
Yeah.
As well, to have like Dracula, Frankenstein, and that kind of universe. Mummymon be involved somehow because he's part of that universe.
Oh yeah. You do a dark universe thing, yeah. With all the old school
the
monsters.
Invisible Man, I guess, works for any Digimon that you can't see.
I mean, we get BlackWarGreymon for the werewolf.
Oh yeah.
And just keep the theme of like black version Digimon turning up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The best line from that, like the best line, is still in the dub, where when Holy Angemon goes to fight Paimon, so in the dub he throws the sheet at him to try and turn him into a keychain, and he's like, "Chew on this," and Holy Angemon, "I'm not hungry." And it's the delivery. Because
Yeah.
in the Japanese
Is it
version,
just that deadpan?
oh yeah, it's just that deadpan. Because in the Japanese version, Holy Angemon just talks like Angemon. There's no difference. But in the dub version, for whatever reason, they tried to make him sound like more on high. So his delivery, everything about him, it just comes off as stupidly deadpan. So it's just, I'm not hungry. Looks like, and
that
then
reminds me of early Cassia.
yeah. And then like when and they clash, like you've got the beam sword and then Paimon sword and whatever, and they clash and whatever, and it's just looks like my sword trumps yours. And I'm just, please stop. Like the puns are great, but like I can look back at this 20 years later and go, that's funny, but by God, the delivery.
Yeah.
It's just so deadpan. It's kind of amazing in its own way.
I hired someone from Shenmue to do the voice. Everyone in that game is really deadpan. There's no reaction at all.
No.
The ability he was capable of controlling the position of everything in a certain area, transport things from a place to another.
Yeah, that's kind of a broken use for the Gate of Destiny, but yeah. So yeah.
It made me think of Homer putting his hand into the fly, and the other one was at the fridge. And the fridge. Yeah. He's at the couch drinking a beer from the fridge, but he didn't have to get up.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean that's a mood. that is a mood. Okay. So let's move on then. I mean, because I think that episode is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think we need to dwell on what might happen. It's very. This is the plot for this story. I don't know if it's going to loop back into the overall narrative, or if we're just getting a weird cool-down episode because Gulu's turned up again.
Yeah, because they kind of do a silly episode, but like.
Yeah.
We got the one with the monkey.
Yeah, Koemon. Yeah. Or Mon, if you want his English or his Western name. Okay. So episode 23, airing on March 27th, then is Groaning Bugs. Ugh. On a night with a pale red moon, Digimon suddenly turn violent and attack people. The blood moon rises once again. Please be careful, Link. Clockmon asks for help from Hero and the group in order to stop the attacks. Clockmon coming back. However, Gamamon and Goramon and Jellymon also start acting strangely and vanish after attacking their humans. Suspecting from
imagine I'm on it.
Oh, I know. He's gonna have guilt for months. Suspecting from their abrupt change that they caught some kind of illness, the humans make a visit to Mummymon. Yo! But without any leads, there's a possibility that they will never be restored back. Around this time, Clockmon, who was surveilling the city at night, notices a suspicious red haze from a communications device. Okay. Drakmon come back?
Maybe.
The scribbles were red.
And they were only scribbles because he was getting a part of something like their leg or their hands. So maybe the red haze. I don't know. Desmond said, Mon.
Mon.
Justin said, hey AJ, would it being if... Wait, what? Fully Angemon priest mode was in Father Ted.
What would it be like if Polly...
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like they'd just be standing in the garden going, he's a fine tall fella, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Dougal walks out and he doesn't even see him.
No.
And he's just talking to Ted about something else, and then he goes, what's that?
Or the Sistermon show up on Craggy Island and you've just got Jack. Nuns! Nuns! Nuns!
Oh, you have to make that.
Oh,
you have to make that somehow.
That's a lot of editing between the two versions of Hacker's Memory.
Mm.
Because that's the only way I get the 3 character models.
Digimon going violent. What? So basically every episode so far.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, the good one's turning bad, I guess.
Yeah, the good one's turning bad is an interesting change. I mean, it has to happen eventually, but Bugs, I see Bugs makes me think it's not Dracmon.
Bugs.
But Bugs could also be computer bugs, or
that's what I think it is, because it's a communications device. There's a bug in the system.
Yeah. So,
sounds awful.
Yeah. So, like, I doubt it's like, oh God, what did it like? I doubt like it's Roachmon or something, you know?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that
No.
one.
It's what it. Right. What do you think it looks like?
Like that. Beetlejuice. He turns into a cockroach, and he's sitting over that side, and he's like, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, you're not half wrong. Yeah, you're not half wrong. Parasaimon, we just did that though in 2020. It's
yeah.
Meg has the heebie-jeebies. Because we just did Parasaimon, I don't want it to show up again. But then again, we did just do Edamon, and I said, yeah,
that's your bias. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bias. That is my bias. I would rather us not use Digimon we've used already so soon.
I really don't think it's going to be actual bugs, though, and I have a feeling that.
Oh, okay. Between translations, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's nice to see Clockmon come back. And to see
Mummymon
again.
I feel like I'm going to be annoyed by Clockmon being good. Just out of principle.
What if he gets affected by the haze? What if that sends him back into a...
Ooh. Kill him. Finally.
So, Meg's bloodlust for Clockmon is still going.
You don't just turn good. You just don't. Not when you're that vicious.
Yeah, fair. Okay. But without
So
any context...
Yeah, maybe the red haze snap them back to be...
Possibly. Yeah. Or it just gives them a lead on what's causing the problems. Because, like, there was no... Like, the synopsis there mentioned BlackWarGreymon for the episode in 2 weeks. There was no hint of a BlackWarGreymon in the trailer. Not nary a hint.
There wasn't a hint of a nightmare. Really.
Well, we seen Kyoshiro drowning.
We didn't see him drowning. We saw him dropped into water.
And going, whoa, 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 whoa.
Was he?
Oh, yeah. He was doing the anime drowning thing where he's holding onto his collars. And then Jellymon had to fish him out of the water and he was unconscious. Oh, you missed... Oh, yeah, you definitely missed that then. I'll boot it back up.
I know he was dropped into the water. I was reading subtitles.
Yeah, that'll happen. I mean, that'll happen, but...
Because it said something about a monster. Get you?
Yeah.
Some of them without their heads.
Some of them without their heads, yeah.
Okay. It's that weird bump on the back of...
So he's doing the okay. And then he's unconscious.
That's because he's dreaming. He's unconscious because he's dreaming.
That is it. That is in the dream. It's the same background. And then Kyoshiro's looking at his bandages as if, are the bandages going to come off next week? This looks more like a Kyoshiro episode for an episode that involves her getting chased around by BlackWarGreymon.
Definitely having nightmares too. Is that Rory? It is. I don't know who that is, but that was Rory.
Was it the girl that she was? Oh,
the hair, the long hair, and the bow at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
That's one thing I really enjoyed when she was hanging upside down. Actually, her hair was just huge.
Yeah, like the fact that they didn't just not animate the hair flowing down. Any other studio would have just not bothered.
Yeah.
They just would have taken the character model and gone, whoop. But like they also made the effort of not just having Angoramon. Wait, they didn't just turn him into the Spider-Man meme. where he's tied up and his hands are outside.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't just put the webbing across his body and go.
Yeah.
They squished him down.
Yeah.
We'll
see what's behind the bandages. I feel like we'll see what he thinks is behind the bandages.
Yeah,
or what he wishes, because it is a dream.
Yeah, like if this is all a dream, if Kyoshiro takes off the bandages here, does it count?
So he'll have anime powers and he'll take care of business, but then he'll wake up and he's just got a normal hand.
I kind of don't want them to take the bandages off. This still feels too soon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like you have to pay off the gimmick.
Yeah, but I really don't want magic powers.
Or like a robot hand or something.
A robot hand would make more sense because he's rich and has a degree and
runs a power plant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He could be very into robotics and he could have connections that if he lost a hand, he could get one.
Yeah.
He could get a robotic one. That would make sense, but
yeah. Okay, yeah. So maybe in the dream world, he can throw, I don't know, fucking kamehamehas or something.
That is a thing from Dream Warriors, the third Nightmare on Elm Street. All the kids are in the sleep ward thing, and they do the group sessions where they all fall asleep, and then they have like superpowers in their dreams. One of them, she suddenly has a mohawk, and she's really good with knives and like fighting and stuff. The other guy is he says something like he's the great wizard. He's the guy in the wheelchair, and he's able to stand up and like shoot lightning and stuff because he's really into D&D.
Did cosplay a wizard a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so like.
Oh my god, yeah.
Other guy was like super strong. He could pick up like the refrigerator and break through walls and stuff.
So this whole Elm Street thing could really just go. Oh wow, okay. I wasn't even thinking of Dream Warriors. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this now. It's a shame it's
the best Elm Street sequel. So
it's a shame it's in 2 weeks. Jeez.
He takes the bandages off. We'll see
it. Yeah, I think we'll see Tethysmon at that point, or whatever comes next. Maybe Ancient Mermaimon. I still don't believe that they're going to reuse existing Digimon for these kids' megas.
No.
I think we'll get a version 2 of the Dim card later on. And
because they couldn't put them all out.
No, not this early.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil it all this early, no. I miss having the dream world in Pokemon Black and White. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Then, okay, yeah, so the Clockmon thing. I'm glad we see Clockmon again, and seeing Mummymon again is very nice. Sad that his chances of interacting with Arachnimon have just been blown up this week, but...
blown up.
Yeah. But, you know, it'll be good to see him again and see how he's getting on with, like, learning about human medicine.
A doctor, basically.
Yeah.
Is he the one in the lab coat?
Could you imagine?
He's just wearing a lab coat and some, like, scrubs.
Yeah. I want to see Dr. Mummymon. Oh, will we see the Mummymon human form from 02?
Maybe.
Like, will he have integrated with humans through that sort of disguise?
Yeah, maybe. Be a thing.
Oh, I want that to be a thing. I want that to be a thing.
That's why he's in the dream world, because they have to bring him in to show him what's going on.
But
that's a different...
Oh, no, never mind. The wrong way around. Yeah.
Oh, no, he's not the...
You know, if the episode's going the other way around, that'd be fun. Yeah. But no. Groaning Bugs is after Nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
It's because we watched the trailer.
Yeah.
Confused. But yeah, I suppose without any real hint on what might be causing the red haze, it's tough to say. But it'll be good to see Clockmon and Mummymon again. Well, Mummymon, anyway. Clockmon, I could take her leave at this point.
Depends on how it goes.
Yeah.
If he goes back to being evil, I'll see.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I guess we'll see. So then, episode 24, airing on April 3rd. Twisted Love. People who interact with Yuto Takanashi, any relation to Kiara? A normal high schooler, begin to have their limbs turned into ivy with floating circle static.
A normal high schooler, so he's 6'2" and buff.
Right? Yeah. And 14. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's just Mondo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Sorry, when they really have to point that out, I'm like,
yeah, no, you're not gonna be a normal high schooler. It's not gonna be like fucking Nomura or something.
Mm.
Anyway, so people who interact with Yuto Takanashi, a normal high schooler, begin to have their limbs turn into ivy with floating circle static. Yuto, getting anxious about this, finds Ruri's online account, Lirurun, a website run by Ruri where she is gathering information on weird phenomena. There he finds a photo of Hiro, whom he knows, okay, and goes to for advice. After consulting with him, Hiro and Co begin investigating, but both Hiro and Kiyoshiro also get attacked by a monster in grass form. Sensing danger, Hiro and Co continue to keep watch at Yuto's parents' store, where the grass monster appears again and kidnaps Kiyoshiro and Yuto. So Zasomon comes back? Oh no, I think it just means it's a monster. A grassy monster, yeah.
I'm just laughing because it says Yuto getting anxious about this. I'd be terrified if people's arms started turning into ivy tentacles. Sorry, you don't just get anxious about that.
So ivy tentacles, the only thing that comes to mind immediately is Blossomon.
Right.
The big flower thing you don't like. Otherwise, it could be anything. It could be that other colored Palmon, Allraurumon.
What a name.
Yeah, I can never remember the name of the actual flower it's based on. But it like Alron or Alrain or something. But it's based on that. A Yandere Lilymon. Boncho Lilymon. But we just put her in Ghost Game because we were fucking denied her in 2020. I will never forgive them for that. But Deramon, is an option. Agitarmon. Hold on, I'll show you now.
I just see it.
Well, there's an evolutionary line of Allrauremon into Zasomon into this thing. So
He's the grass monster. It makes the one.
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have display capture on now.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Burn it all.
But this thing is also a Jatarmon is also on the foresty desert dim card. So it's possible he shows up. And then there's official art of him and Pulsemon. So it's entirely possible that it's that one. And it's a perfect level, and the show does like throwing perfect levels at the kids.
Mon. No, go back.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there.
Oh yeah. Koemon into Petermon into Agitarmon into God, the not Demon Lord, the oh god, Cross Wars Season 2 villains. The 7. It's in the show's fucking title. The 7 Generals, that's the one. So he's one of the Zamielmon, I think his name is. It's all coming back. It comes back to me eventually. Brain just needs, just struggles to start up at points. So
at 5 past midnight.
At 5 past midnight, yeah. That's my excuse. Could also be.
That looks like it too.
I think that's a Bloom Lordmon. Is like a mega level. I think.
I don't like the middle of it.
No, bit caverny, isn't it? uh,
Bird is terrible.
oh yeah.
Probably should have just
Well, I'm afraid of like the last time I put
accidentally
display.
clicking on that other thing.
Yeah, the last time I put display capture on, I nearly got I narrowly survived putting my getting the channel deleted. So probably not a good idea. But I was just showing Meg what Agitarmon looks like, and it's basically the Odalwa from Majora's Mask. That's like the closest thing I can relate it to. It's that kind of warrior, that kind of grass warrior monster.
What is?
What? For a tail?
For a tail.
Yes.
What does that tail?
Well, yeah. Well, you know, it's instead of a stinger. Yeah, it's a Gatling gun instead of a stinger.
What's don't have stingers?
In Digimon, they do. I mean, Flymon is a big wasp. What do you want? But yeah, it's Kunemon with the Digimental of knowledge. So the thing Reiko likes.
Yeah.
It's that with the Digimental of knowledge. Knowledge gives way to a lot of just creepy looking insects. But anyway. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're not done. Sorry, let me go back then. Yeah, so that's kind of it. I don't really know. Like, 24 sounds like it's going to be another sort of really creepy episode. But none of these really seem like they're going to lean heavily on the plot, or there's nothing that I can take from those synopses that they're even going to lay breadcrumbs. We could just be getting...
It depends on with the Bugs one. So does this mean Joe's getting a partner? Oops, never mind. I was thinking of someone else. It would... I actually like that it's not no more.
Oh, yeah.
Because him having weird things happening again, they'd have to...
Oh yeah, like if
really
yeah,
would.
you
If he
replace...
just keeps showing up and getting hurt by Digimon.
Yeah, like Yuto just kind of... I know we say this every week, but Nomura just kind of disappeared after Game of Death. I don't think he's getting brought in as the fourth.
No.
This show may not even do a fourth. We could just go the whole thing with 3.
Yeah.
They might not tamers this out as much as we initially thought.
Yeah.
Because the partners are obviously very tamer inspired. But...
Because we were kind of thinking... him and then one of Rory's friends.
One of Rory's friends, yeah.
And then we were like, Kyoshiro.
Poor Kyoshiro.
But yeah, no, I can't. There's no indication that anyone else is getting a partner and joining the trio. There's other people out there that have partners. We've seen that,
but none of them seem to be...
But they're not... I don't think they're partners in the same sense. I don't know. What's wrong with my hair?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't feel like there's any indication to anyone else.
No.
Just because it can't still be another Digimon. I think Skullgreymon is...
Yeah, I
It's a
mean...
dream after all, everything can be manipulated.
Yeah, that's not a bad point.
Yeah.
I mean, Pillamon's summary does say there are 2 different types of bubbles that float alongside it as it sleeps. And if it's sleeping well, anyone who touches the lullaby bubble that floats beside it will be instantly lulled into a pleasant slumber. But if it's not sleeping well, the nightmare bubble that floats beside it attacks the spirit by inflicting hallucinations and continuous nightmares. So it's possible that something goes wrong with Pillowmon in the episode, and Skullgreymon isn't. It'd be tough to say. Like until we obviously, like for another, we won't see the episode for another 2 weeks now. But Yeah, it's I look, if so for the moment anyway, it sounds like it's going to be Nightmare on Elm Street meets Digimon, and I'm totally okay with that. That was a Tame a Skull Greymon with a whip. I wonder if Petermon will come back. Focus on 6 characters is already big enough. Yeah, but
I feel their show is really benefiting.
oh, so do I. Like, the show is really benefiting. Sorry. I know. The show is really benefiting from the idea that the main 6 characters are the main characters. Like, Hero isn't stealing the spotlight as much as Gamamon is the plot. He's not taking screen time or development and growth away from anybody else. So the show is really benefiting, and that's why I kind of said I'm kind of okay with them not adding like a 4th or a 5th human, or and then having 2 more Digimon to juggle and evolutions, and you know.
Yeah, I feel like if it was going to be done around often, even just in a poking his head out of the dorm, where you guys off to, or, you know,
we haven't even seen the school in how long?
I feel like they haven't been home. Well, actually, it's
if the show is still following our calendar now.
When is Japan's school? Because Hero was at home and he wasn't at the dorm.
Midterm break, maybe? What's a school? Something I thought this show was actually going to be good for. Because they live at the dorms.
What's home?
What's a parents?
My brain is just like Hero lives the dorm all the time. There's no one in that house, that apartment, whatever it is. Dusty must be when he goes. Does he keep food there?
Oh, like no, I hope not.
My brain has just gone into real adult mode there, and I'm like, who's cleaning his house? What? Are the presses empty?
Yeah.
Or all his parents' clothes just sitting there? I mean, his dad's have got to be. What? Oh, you're not getting my rent.
On rent. Where's rent? You're not my landlord. Bazuo Shovs.
Right.
What's a Pokemon home for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl and Legends Arceus? What's a Pokemon sleep? Remember that? Game Freak doesn't.
Cyber Sleuth, there was a pretty nice Skull Greymon that simply wanted people to let him sleep in the museum since he liked the place.
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah. Yeah, he just wanted to be left alone. But yeah, no, that's it for the...
Desmond, where's my money?
Where's mine? Super chat options right there. What? I'm kidding.
We never.
We never promote it. We never do, because it's there. It's not. Jesus Christ, no.
If YouTube does that to me sometimes when I go to someone's.
Yeah.
When I go to someone's chat, it's like, highlight your message with this, and that starts flashing or highlighting.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
gross.
It's like Facebook. Facebook gaming does that. It's like,
yeah,
send stars to your favorite person, and it takes up the chat by sending you all these notifications in the chat.
Oh, it's like when we got Uber Eats, and it just kept saying, like, obviously we do, but it Uber Eats, if you don't immediately tip the driver, it guilt trips you into it.
Yeah.
And you want to tip the driver when they've done a good job and the food has arrived safely and it's
because it asks you to tip the driver before, and I'm like, what if he doesn't show up? What if he steals my food? What if...
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
You know, and if like food arrives and everything's, you know, and service is top notch and grand, tip the driver after fact, because
it
you know,
should just be part of the review rather than the.
yeah. But when you don't do it on the initial order, when you go in to leave your 5-star review and you're saying that, oh yeah, you know, what is it, attention to detail, left the premises tidy, all that stuff, it guilt trips you into it, and I can't stand that.
And it made it worse as well, because when you're doing it in the order, it gives you the option to do like 10% or whatever, but then when it comes around in the review, it's like, would you like to give him a 15% tip? I'm like, oh, he did edit.
Yeah.
No, it depends on who does it, like, but you know, people do deserve tips if they've done a good job.
Yeah, but
tipping is not a thing here.
No, because it's just very guilt trippy, isn't it? Like I hate that system. Like when I do see the super chat icon just blinking at you, I'm just like, YouTube, like this not like it's not even the streamer's fault. It's just like, YouTube, please just piss off.
It's just because YouTube wants its cut from your super chat.
Yeah. YouTube wants its 30%, you know? It wants its pound of flesh. Oh no. But anyway, on that tangent about well, whatever that was.
Rent.
Yeah, on that tangent about rent. Yeah. Goddamn bots. It's all the bots' fault. It's your fault, Bazweo.
Who was it earlier? It was like a pretty normal name last. I just remember when it was like Caroline O'Sullivan or something.
Oh yeah, like the bots are getting better with their names.
They're either a really strange like mashup of like Russian letters.
Yeah.
That I don't even know if they make a name or not. Or they'll have like some Russian letters in them. Regular ones.
Well, yeah, or
the English ones.
Yeah.
And then they're like the most white suburban mom name after that.
Yeah, you'll get like Karen Dice or something, or
Jessie McCormick.
Jessie McCormick. Yeah,
Jessie McCormick.
That's a very white suburban.
Or we get the old, what was it, McCulloch's or something.
Yeah. They're getting smarter, but not that smart. Where's my money? Sorry, I just can't get over that. You're not my landlord, Desmond. You're not my landlord. He takes enough of it as it is. More than he deserves. Still dumb. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm dying here. You know, that's how I feel. But
okay, figure out what's wrong with my.
Okay, well look, we'll get ready to bounce then. So, what is Pokemon Sleep 4? It was meant to be like this app that, like a fitness app.
Was it meant to be like the one for brushing your teeth? And like it monitors you.
Yeah, like it monitors you when you're in deep sleep and REM sleep. And
yeah, because the other one, I think you had to use the camera and it would watch you do your teeth all, like it would tell you do this side of your teeth, middle, do the side.
Yeah.
And it would track you moving your.
Yeah, it was meant to be an educational thing for kids.
Yeah.
Where you were somehow able to raise a Pokemon through your sleep, and by getting like a good night's sleep and, you know, making sure you slept for 8 hours, and, you know, the usual nonsensical different thing, you know, sleep patterns are different for different people. So, you know, it was to encourage, you know, you getting good bed rest.
Probably like with the brushing your and your reminders or whatever. So it was probably like a thing. The thought behind it was probably to get children into bed early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't doubt that. But it
definitely wasn't a thing for adults.
No, definitely not. I mean, adults would have used it because, let's be fair, most of Pokemon's fan base are our age.
I did the toothbrushing one just to get a Bulbasaur, and then I deleted it after I got a picture of the Bulbasaur.
And there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
So your dream is to be a Pokemon master. Is that not a nightmare for a Digimon podcast? Hey, Agumon, what's going on? Pika! But yeah, no, I think we'll.
That would be such a silly crossover episode. Like in the sense of, in that one they all start turning on their partners or whatever, but instead of turning on their partners into Pokemon and start attacking them because they don't know what's going on because the Pokemon from one universe have swapped places with the Digimon.
Oh no. Yeah, that's not happening.
It's never ever gonna happen, but that would be the way to do it.
Oh, please no. I don't know how I feel about that.
It would be so weird though, because
Yeah,
but Pokemon are animals.
Yeah,
and they don't.
They're terrifying creatures, according to
they're terrifying. Well,
Professor Lavender.
Didn't someone say that the Digimon are terrifying creatures as well?
Yeah, they are. So it's funny how the conversation has looped back around since.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but then they said, yeah, we'll have more information about Pokemon Sleep soon. Never discussed it again. So, I don't know. Maybe it still exists. Maybe they're just hoping we've all forgotten about it by now. But every time there's one of these Pokemon Direct things or Pokemon Presents, everyone's just like, so we're talking about Pokemon Sleep, right?
Yeah.
Even the Nintendo Directs, we're talking about Pokemon Sleep, right? It's not going to turn up at a random Direct. It's going to be one of these Pokemon things.
Well, to be fair, it's going to be like a phone app.
Yeah, exactly.
Be on your Switch.
No, no, exactly. So I don't see it turning up in a Nintendo Direct for that reason. It'll be one of these phone apps like Pokemon Unite, which is on Switch, but a lot like.
But that's a game.
Yeah,
yeah.
But they start off like Pokemon Go, stayed on the phone. Pokemon Cafe, Pokemon Shuffle, Pokemon Unite. They're primarily mobile games. There's just a Switch version because reasons, But with that, I think we're ready to bounce.
Yeah, when we start ranting about Pokemon, it's usually time to end the
Digimon it's time. Yeah, it's time to. The Digivolution. Oh, it's time to stop. I don't know where I was going with that. The Digivolution has been televised. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. As always, next Sunday, Digimon X Evolution watch along. So we're probably going to end up going a bit longer. We should try and start a bit earlier next week.
Yeah.
And because
we don't have anywhere to be next week, so
well, it'll be an hour and a half just for the watch along.
Yeah, and then if we want to talk about, well, to be fair, this episode is 3 hours and 19 minutes, so it'll be about the size of a regular. We usually go to about the 2.5. So.
Yeah, so it'll be grand.
So if we do our little rewatch,
oh, don't worry, I'm just giving you shit.
I know.
You'll get me back later. You always do.
Well, I'll make you come back to my parents' house and talk to everybody again.
No, your folks are fine. Your folks are fine.
Have it on camera, you called them the in-laws.
No, I didn't. That never happened. Mike didn't pick it up. I spoke too low. Right. You're very welcome, Reiko. Have a good night, Desmond. Thank you.
Yeah.
Justin, thank you for being here. Bazweo GFY.
Yeah.
And everyone, Yami, if
Yami,
you tuned in for the end of this, brilliant. Pedja, everyone who's
Yami's gonna watch.
Well,
the spoiler alert is still up, so
whoops. It'll be in the tag. It'll be in the descriptors. Whoops. Anyway, so we are donezo. Thank you all for being here. Really do appreciate it. Just to everyone who was here. Androius, yeah.
Alien.
Yeah, Giga Alien at the start.
Alien.
Yeah.
The Sleek Emo.
Sleek was here, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going with the names. I was just going with the names directly in front of me. I don't want to try. I don't want to leave anyone out.
But we had Aroes Gabid. What?
That was a bot. Yeah.
And I said it's so awful. My brain was like, Rosario? No, that's not a person. That's a show.
The chat had a bit of banter about Rosario Vampire, and that's fun. So,
and Juggernaut was here.
And Juggernaut was here, of course. Well, look,
everyone. That's got to be everyone.
Yeah. So everyone who tuned in, and You know, whether you were here for 5 minutes or you were here for the whole
Yeah.
thing. Thank you very much.
Pitcher Dowd was the first bot.
Except for the bots. Yeah, the
Bots can die in a fire.
Yeah, the bots can die in a fire. But we will see you back here next week, I hope, for Digimon X Evolution. There is no legitimate way to watch that. So if you need to become a pirate, or you need to sail on the high seas, in order to watch along,
if it's not on anything, or
yeah, we were never given a legitimate way. Like, it was never legitimately translated. It's not on any of like the Crunchyroll app. It's not on anything. So if you want to watch along with us, you may have to sail the seas, and you know, it's a moral gray area, but
if you want to do it.
I can't. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube. Oh, it's probably uploaded in full to you somewhere. I don't think they did it themselves, but a fan has probably just put up a version from 10 years ago up.
My whole life in anime watching.
Time to find the One Piece.
Let's join Captain Hookmon's crew.
Captain Chad, yeah.
That's how we'll phrase it.
Yeah, we'll join Captain Hookmon's crew. That's how we'll phrase that going forward. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. It's been there for years. Oh, probably I just haven't bothered looking for it in that long.
Yeah,
it's probably
it
the same.
YouTube,
It's probably the same upload I watched fucking 20 years ago or however long YouTube has been around.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah. Exactly. So, look after yourselves, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Thank you very much for being here. And we are only 5,000. But actually, no, there is one last thing. There is just one last thing.
Huh? He's got pants now. What?